Hey yo, how's it going? How we doing, Lo-Fi? I appreciate you popping in, homeboy. Hey yo, how's it going? Oh, yeah, stream echo. Sorry. How we doing, boys? I'm just finishing sharing this out and metadata, blah blah blah, all that crap. So yeah, we'll be another minute here, but what's up, y'all? How am I doing? My face in particular? Pretty okay. I mean, like, it's kind of weird, especially because I can't move my tongue back to where the sockets are right now. Like, I'm not supposed to. I did look into why I'm not supposed to smoke, and it's just, like, suction is a bad thing, apparently. That's why they tell you not to suck on straws, either, so I'm trying my hardest to, like, smoke as little as possible and not suck on, like, the joint of the cigarette. But the actual, like, gums, they can be a little irritable, I guess, at times, but it's no real, like, hardcore pain or anything. It's been pretty okay so far, not gonna lie. So far, though. We'll see if it gets any worse. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. Alright, let's, so I shared this out on Twitter, I shared this out in the Discord. I don't even think I need Twitter open anymore. Don't think I need this open. Can close it to you. Switch my screen over to full screen for right now. And I'll be playing a game for now. I'll play a game for the first little bit. I do not know what character. Normally I have my stream character, but I don't know if I want to play my streaming character. I might just play another random character. And we will see here. Who do I want to play? This character's kind of slow to play. This one I just don't remember where I left them off at. Eh, fuck it, we'll do this one. I'm just not drinking an XP pot. We're just gonna run through and shoot things. What is their item level? Ah, it's not terrible. Okay. And, that's all good. Oh, God. The resistances are horrible. The resistances are horrible. I believe we left off here. I believe this is where I am. We're only gonna play this for the first little bit. Like 20 or 30 minutes at most. Like, I'll get to the next rift gate or something. Shouldn't be too much of a trek. So I want to get right into the response. I'm just giving it, you know, a little bit of time to warm up before we get into it, that's all. That's how she be. Yeah. That is just stupidly powerful. I might consider one of my other builds that I was working on to utilize this instead. Just because I feel like it would be cheaper than what he's currently doing, and he needs the points. There's death going on over here. Ooh, a chthonic seal. So yeah, how you doing tonight, Lo-Fi, anyway? It means you're the only one in chat, really, at the moment. If it's a slow night, so be it. We're just gonna be shit-talking the video. I've left off at 40 minutes. And, hopefully we don't spend 7 hours on it like Nier did. I did spend like 3.5 hours on it, getting through 40 minutes out of 80 minutes. So by that logic, I would technically spend the same amount of time as Nier did to get through that. Which is insane to think about. Honestly. It kind of is. Oh, no, I do have those turned off. Okay. Go for me. I have the dumb things turned off. This sounds louder than it should be. For some dumb reason it did anyway. Give me the dumb things. And we'll kill the dumb people. Get fucked. They're all dying up there. Can I get up there and kill them first? They're fighting. What? Okay. Thank you, character. Go up the stairs. They all killed each other. For the most part. Late to the party. Sucks to suck. God damn it. Oh wait, yeah, I remember some of this shit. I've run through this game enough times. I just don't remember where the next portal is. Wait, we have to go... Hang on. Astrakan Road. We have to go... We have to do some dumb shit. I don't know if we have to fight a certain boss or not first is all I can't remember. Or did we already fight them? I actually have no fucking idea. That's, concerning. I can't remember what the fuck I was doing. Just shoot everything out of the way and move on. Because that's all that matters. Shoot everything out of the way, because that's all that matters. Jesus fucking Christ. What are you? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Stupid bitch. Oh, why am I shooting at things? I look away for 2 seconds. And I look back and I'm shooting crates. I don't need to shoot crates. I don't need to shoot no fucking boxes. Okay. Moving on. So we're only gonna play this for a few more minutes. I'm gonna hopefully get to the next waypoint. Or the next rift. And we're gonna dive right into this fucking dog water video. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, Golden Apples. I appreciate you stopping by the stream, homie. I did just, have all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed yesterday. So I'm still technically in recovery from that, which kind of sucks. But, all in all, like, I don't feel too bad from it. Oh, you're dead. Oops. But yeah, all in all, I'm feeling pretty good. Not a whole lot of pain or anything so far, knock on wood. I gotta take, anti-inflammatory stuff every, like, 6 hours. I did just take some not too long ago, so I should be good till like 3 in the morning. I have to take more at like 2 or 3 in the morning. A very weird time, I know. So, but other than that, no, I'm doing okay, I guess. Got some personal shit going on too that I gotta deal with tomorrow or the next day or something, but that's far from today. Today we're just dealing with my recovering from surgery and responding to Stark. Unfortunately. Oh hey, I see the next portal. Awesome. Let's go there and wrap up what we gotta do. I'm just gonna clear the map over here real quick. Make sure we get everything. So I'm not a confused little child next time I come back to this. Give me the stuff.
I can't do that yet.
Bullshit, you can't. There we go. I can't do that yet. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna make you. Oh, hey, cool. I got a level up too. Awesome. Hooray! Points. Points I can spend off stream and not waste y'all's time with. Now, you guys could let me know if you actually want me to play this game on stream sometime. Like, just have a fuck around stream where I play games and actually... Because I do love this game. I don't give it a lot of attention. Like, I play it a lot, but I don't really, like, give it a lot of focus. Focus? As Stu would say. But, yeah. Blah. Fucking, let me catch up on chat. How are ya? Here we are again. Yeah, hey Lo-Fi. Sorry, I was watching the new Last of Us video from Nida. Yeah, that's fine, homie. I know you're all excited for the new Last of Us stuff. That's totally understandable from you, homeboy. Okay, so we're at the Road Rift. I will remember this for future endeavors. Did we have? No, we don't have any of those. Yeah, we definitely just put more of that. I'll spend the rest of my points off stream. I gotta play more of this character because I do like them. But that's not why we're here, is it? That's not why any of you are here. You're all here for something far, far more important and cringy and awful and terrible and just God's awful. At work at the moment? Oh, that's fine. What's up, Syndicue? I appreciate you hopping in, homeboy. It's all good that you're at work, man. I appreciate you stopping in nonetheless. You don't gotta waste time at work for watching me. Let me get the link. Oh god. Grab the link. Exit in here. Ugh. And we were pretty much exactly 40 minutes. So let's go about here. We're going to mute the music. We're going to turn this up. Make sure it's good on OBS.
What is the game?
Bezza boys, if my man thinks that Starfield's gonna be a funny space game. That's a funny tweet.
Community come to?
Since I do usually.
Welcome to Twitter, bro.
Okay, that shouldn't be too bad.
Like this guy thinks
Alright.
that the community is somehow good.
And as briefly touched upon in my response to the guy, nothing he tended to bring up was even relevant to the topic at hand.
No, it had exactly to do with the topic.
So I have to remember where exactly we even fucking left off of this bullshit. I remember it's all stupid. It's all terrible. I watched most of it on Nier stream as well. So we gotta get through this garbage. Syndicus up, my PC, I would say yes, but I can see how in some cases that might leave a bit of... Wait, what is it? Oh. So here's a question for everyone. Should a remake be allowed to be nominated for Game of the Year? I really don't know. And honestly, I don't really care much for Game of the Year stuff, so I mean, if a remake does get Game of the Year, it doesn't really bother me at all. I don't really care for that stuff too much. Personally. But yeah, let's get into this fucking... We've already got too much of this to get through, and I don't know how long it's going to take us. And it's probably going to be dog water. I'm going to hop in here as well, first of all. Just in case I need backup.
He called you a poor judge when it comes to criticizing.
They had nothing to do with the topic at hand because...
Also, I'm going to... Sorry. Book. Share this, just in case. So people know I'm live as well. And here we go. So let's get back into this, guys. I gotta remember where we're at.
No, it had exactly to do with the topic at hand. He called you a poor judge when it comes to criticizing
They had nothing to do with the topic at hand because critics can have one bad take. That doesn't mean all their takes are
video
bad.
games. And the example he gave you was
Yeah, but by your logic, Bethesda can't have any good games because they had one bad game. So by that logic, if we apply that to Mischief, then, you know, quid pro quo, motherfucker. That can go both ways. Terrible fucking criticism. Also, why does this look like... It says 1080-60, but it looks like fucking dog
What's
water.
your take on Back 4 Blood?
Trying to attack my credibility
There we
because
go.
I don't think Starfield will be the best game of this generation is totally pathetic.
You say that as if you're any better than him. Need I remind you once again, Mischief, that as of right now, you're completely demonizing Sheems in this video all because he disagreed with you and poked fun at you. And this is coming from the guy that tried labeling Hypersonic Falcon as a Bethesda fanboy because he made an incredibly obvious joke.
I mean, he's not wrong. Now, what you say he's taking out of proportion is another thing.
That's Starfield.
I mean, technically that's
Oh,
correct.
shit.
He's taking it out of proportion.
Lo-Fi, I did not mean to delete your message. I am sorry. That was an accident. I bumped my phone. Lo-Fi, if you see me delete your message, that was a mistake. That was totally by accident. No hard feelings, buddy. I'm sorry. I bumped something on my phone when I was moving it. Big sorry, boy. Big sorry.
Proportion. In your opinion.
It is a funny space game. So
In
this just
my
comes off as deflection.
opinion.
I just proves how rough the game looked during its reveal. When all the arguments you were making, quality.
Previous games having issues? No. Is it even telling you to bend over and consume product? He was literally just stating the fact that it's a Bethesda game. Does that justify their previous games having issues?
No.
No. Is it him saying bend over and accept it?
Yes.
Also no. He's quite
Yes, that is what it means. Oh, bro, don't critique.
It was the exact opposite of that, actually, because all Keems was really saying was, like, all any of these people were saying was, like, lower your expectations. Like, Mischief, you're criticizing the game for things you really shouldn't criticize it for. And being labeled as fucking faulty fanboys as a result was just, I don't know, it was the whole point. It was just they were being labeled as fanboys for no good reason, and you backing that up and being like, oh yes, they are saying bend over and consume product. It's just such a stupid sentiment. Nobody's saying that. Not a single person in this situation. How's your mouth feeling? It's feeling fine. I'm fine. My, like, I gotta take anti-inflammatories every so often, but other than that, like, you know, like, my mouth feels fine. I wish I could eat foods that I want to, but I can't, so, you know, kind of sucks. But yeah. I don't care about Game of the Year, but I want Elden Ring, because I want to shut up Quantum TV. Fucking, I think it's the only one, in my opinion, so far this year that would get it, but again, I don't really give a fuck about that stuff.
Their games, you know, just accept it. It's gonna be a Bethesda game. It's gonna have bugs. That you literally said that the mods, you need the mods to fix the game. So
Literally just stating the obvious. And if
Yeah, and according to you, Fallout New Vegas was your favorite and better than Fallout 4, which is also pretty ironic considering you're very anti-mods, because it's the one you definitely need the most mods to actually be able to play. It was really fucking stupid and ironic of you to say.
if anything, this is actually Cheems hinting at you that maybe your expectations for Starfield are too high, which is honestly not a bad point considering.
what? Really? That's why he's
That's exactly what he was saying.
critiquing the game, because his expectations are high. That feels like a very
No, it's not that he's not critiquing the game because his expectations are high. You can critique a game regardless, but the ways he was critiquing the game showed that his expectations were too high. He was critiquing things that he really shouldn't be critiquing to begin with. They were just really stupid criticisms, and that's why we said that.
contradictory points.
The
in
fact
these,
that you
so-
even right off the bat comparing Starfield to No Man's Sky. It was that you don't remember saying it, but here you are saying that it was a made-up lie, which, no, it isn't. We literally have screenshots of you white knighting for Back 4 Blood after G-Man Lives made a video critiquing it. So which...
Watch, can we just get...
Oh
This is
yes,
how to
it's
destroy
just
the
skip crucial parts of the video. This is why I said this guy should rebrand to MadStarkAven. Like, fuck.
credibility right afterward.
This is just the same crap
Yeah.
about...
Mostly just, yeah, I know. I can only eat soft stuff. It sucks. We've got fucking foods that I want to eat, and I can't. Rip me.
credibility,
a
so...
great side to it.
Okay, now you're just backtracking. Earlier you said that what Bethesda showed in regards to shipbuilding was incredibly limited, but now you're here saying that it looks promising in response to Cheems trying to destroy your credibility, quote unquote. When in reality, he was just making fun of you. So,
But you weren't able to do that. Instead, you turned to having an over-emotional reaction on Twitter.
You have done that yourself.
oh my god, the deflection is real. My man talks about having an overreaction on Twitter. What the fuck do you call losing respect for someone over a video game?
And unfollowing them.
I mean, I call that an overreaction. Or an underreaction. It really does depend. Look, I can understand why they say Mischief's having an overreaction. I mean, Cheems... Like I said, I have nothing against Cheems. I have nothing against Mischief. But...
Yeah, you also said you lost respect for Keems earlier in this, so that's pretty ironic as well.
It's Twitter. If you want to have an argument over someone on Twitter, that's what Twitter's about. It's about discourse. I mean, what's...
Yeah, Twitter's all about arguing with people. Can confirm. Twitter is 100% about bitching about stuff for no good reason. Can anybody else here in the chat confirm that Twitter is 100% just about arguing with fucking dipshits?
If you're commenting on someone's take, you're allowed to respond to that take, and then the response can keep...
Yeah, that's not what he's saying here. You're completely deflecting from the original point. You've taken this topic to something it completely wasn't. Because all he said was, what the fuck do you call losing respect for someone over a video game take? It's like, that's an overreaction, and you're over here trying to, like, paint the argument as something it's not? Something entirely different? Like, what the fuck?
keep going on and on. That's not necessarily an overreaction. Now, you could say that the words you use or the things you say can make it an overreaction, but then that comes down to personal opinion. From Mischief's perspective, he's just having a quality Twitter conversation with someone, you know?
Yeah, that doesn't make it not an overreaction to lose respect for somebody and unfollow them over a fucking take on Twitter about Starfield, like my guy. It was a tiny little bit of discourse. What the fuck do you call losing respect for somebody over such discourse? I'd say that's a bit of an overreaction. That's all the statement was. And, you know, if you can't confirm or deny that, you're just gonna beat around the bush. I'm gonna say it for you.
Over a
Can confirm, yeah. I finally got my new keycaps for my keyboard. Big ups, man. There you go. I never been to Twitter, but I never heard it's anything else than what Psych just described. It literally is that, like, I might have my mundane posts, but, like, Twitter is just a cesspool. That's all it is. Yep, well, The Last of Us Part 1 is a hot topic on Twitter. There's a lot of hot topics on Twitter. Actman, for some reason, is always a hot topic on there. Twitter loves to shit on Actman for no reason.
Video game, which he cares about. I mean, you only make... Yeah, I mean, he might not even care about the video games. He just wants to have a Twitter spat, you know? I don't know. I don't know, you know? And the thing is, I don't honestly think Mischief's taken it out of proportion, because I actually agree with a lot of the points Mischief have made.
Well, it's not about Mischief taking it out of proportion. It's about losing respect for Keems over a Twitter spat, falsely accusing people as fanboys because they disagreed with his criticisms, and him blowing their criticisms of his criticisms out of proportions by saying that they're fanboys, and, you know, like all he did. That's all he did. It was call other people fanboys for disagreeing with him when we just said temper your expectations, more or less. Jesus Christ. Fuck Twitter and fuck Netflix. I mean, I guess. I don't really use Netflix anymore much. I mean, I might if I want to watch something, but I don't, like, subscribe to it very often. It's like, you watch Actman's video about the Bungie lawsuit? Yes, I did. It was pretty entertaining. Not gonna lie. A lot of dumb shit in that video. That guy was dumb as fuck.
I mean, you guys, that includes Cheems here, yeah, poked fun at him. He responded, like, correctly, in the sense that it has nothing to do with Starfield. And then you've doubled down. And
no, it has everything to do with his takes on Starfield, because it's just showing an underlying past of him having these bad takes and doubling down on them. That's all Keems was trying to say with that as well. It was just highlight that Mischief has had a history of unfairly being able to judge the quality of games.
And then that's created a cycle of, well, now he's taken out of proportion.
This is coming from the guy that took things out of proportion on Twitter with Chains of Regret, Lizzie, and Hypersonic Falcon.
Okay, Lizard.
You did. Hypersonic Falcon and Lizzie did not throw a fit over seamless travel not being in Starfield. You did. Your attempts of deflection are phenomenally bad, as I can pull up the screenshots that prove that you're twisting the narrative for your own benefit. Because you probably know that if you showed these tweets from Lizzie and Hypersonic Falcon, then it would probably make you look bad. Maybe don't leave shit out.
I don't think it makes him look bad. You could say that he overreacted, but it doesn't
He fucking did.
make him look bad because his original point still
When you're
stands.
calling people
It's subjective on whether or not it makes him look bad, because in your perspective it didn't make him look bad in this video, but by most other people's standards, yeah, it kind of did, especially when he's leaving stuff out that makes him look bad.
fanboys over Twitter squabble. That is awfully disingenuous of you.
It's Twitter, bro. It's Twitter. It make a YouTube that's the whole cycle, bro. That's not disingenuous. That still makes you... you can still...
It's kind of is disingenuous when you're falsely painting people as something they're not, just because they disagreed with you. I generally avoid social media and don't regret it. That's fair. Except if you want to count YouTube, I guess there's an argument to be made. And you can disagree on stuff, but don't lose respect. I mean, yeah, it's not hard to do that. I lose respect for people when they're being fucking assholes and taking things out of context or leaving stuff out, like, you know, the basics of being a dick, but, you know.
Still be a fanboy. That doesn't make him a fanboy. What, does that make him an anti-fanboy? Like,
It's not about being a fanboy or not. It's about him twisting things. And also being a poor judge of games.
Twitter fanboy.
Oh man, I hate to say this to you, Mischief, but this is like Quantum TV and Elden Ring all over again.
Oh,
That's one of my favorite lines that made it in. Because, like, I was in VC with Nier beforehand, and we were talking shit about a lot of stuff, where I brought up, like, this is the first time there's vehicles. This line about Quantum TV, and the Mayo line about, like, goalposts are my two favorite that made it in, though.
oh no! Don't do that, bro.
Especially
Don't
because
go
this
there.
line led to this beautiful fucking
To me
edit.
simply stating that I don't personally think it's going to be a good
Yeah, a good one. You got him,
video
bro.
game. And to be fair, the reaction is, to say the very least, preemptive.
No one. These drama channels, honestly, like, it's just. I mean, I'm contributing to this crap, so
Yeah, blame no
better
one but
double
yourself.
down.
The fact my video hadn't even been released yet.
That's not an argument. Regardless of when your video came out, you still told us your take on Starfield, which Cheems commented on, and
which is a fair take.
regardless of
Which is a
Which
fair
got
take.
roasted.
when your video came out.
You just.
Fanboys from just fans of like with it.
Okay, but just because people criticize you for making a big deal over a feature that, while nice,
He's allowed to make he's allowed to have a deal over a feature if he thinks it's a big deal. Now, people
Okay,
can-
yeah, but that was the point that Keems was trying to make, was that maybe your expectations are too high if you're criticizing this detail. That's what we were trying to say. That doesn't make us blind fanboys. Do you see the picture yet? Do you understand?
try and lower it down, but unless you can actually counter his point about it being an important feature, then there's really it's a non-debate.
I lose respect for people who play the video so fast that I can't follow Nier anymore. Yeah, it's really fucking annoying that he sped it up that much and the video still ended up being this long. It's goddamn bad. My favorite wrestler said it best, just stop tweeting. QTV, aka the one who must not be named. I mean, I guess. I'm gonna still name drop him. Fuck that guy.
Because essentially, you're saying to him that he doesn't value something as much as he does, which...
No, it's not about saying whether or not he values something. It's about saying temper your expectations because maybe they're too high if you're basing it on this one detail. That was the fucking point, yet again.
Doesn't work like that, you know? Like, if you find something important, someone telling you that it's not important isn't going to change your opinion. If anything, it's going to make you go, but it's important to me, so what's your issue?
Is not needed, especially
Then it's just a subjective argument. It's not about whether or not it's a good detail. Then it's just, well, it's important to me. Well, then it's just like, don't get the game then. Then it's just a pathetic little mentality. Do you understand how that goes? That's literally like becoming the fanboys that he's bitching about. Oh my god. The fucking self-awareness.
in an RPG FPS, that doesn't make them fanboys. I'm confident that Cheems, Lizzie, and Hypersonic Falcon, despite their criticisms towards you for your takes, can see some cracks in Starfield's design.
Sure. Great. Fantastic. What does this got to do with Mischief's
And
take?
you're just trying hard to find an excuse to show
Everything, because they were involved in his take. It's about saying they're not fanboy. You fucking sped.
which is incredibly disingenuous of you.
But never.
Welcome to YouTube Drama 101.
Nonetheless, don't you guys worry. Cheems wasn't the only person triggered by me stating the obvious about Starfield.
Projection.
I can't wait.
Word favorite triggers me. Man, learn how to say favorite. Right?
Please stop skipping around the video, Stark. It's nauseating.
It's just one.
Corporations.
Okay, off the
Field.
projection.
Bethesda fanboys came out in full force to defend their favorite content creators and their favorite corporations.
Okay, off the.
Oh, that's it. Go.
Is it the
Wait.
accent? Pretty bad accent if that's the case, but man, learn how to say favorite right.
That is. Don't do that, bro. That does not make you look. That does not increase the credibility of this video by picking on the way that someone speaks.
The way that someone speaks. Like it's a fucking joke, dude. Oh no. He's really gonna get butthurt over
They
this.
speak something that means it's disingenuous. That's not a valid criticism because people, you might have a speech impediment for you know. You just made fun of a person with a speech impediment.
Oh no, dude. Well, what's the fucking world coming to? Oh god.
How does that make you look? You absolute pleb.
It was a fucking joke over a pronunciation of a word. Like a pronunciation of a word, dude. Like holy shit. In Nier's fucking stream when he was responding to this, he accidentally misspoke and said examper. You want to know what I did? I fucking roasted him in the chat for it because it's funny.
Seriously, never pick on someone for speaking a particular way or acting a particular way unless they're speaking really quietly, like they're trying to hide or something, you know, or something, yeah, you know.
Why are we whispering, Stark? What the fuck?
Unless you're making fun of like that, but for pronunciation, like me, it's love, but I say love.
I don't care.
Huge, I know.
It's just one R, man. Not that difficult to grasp.
Even before
You got him, bro. You destroyed him. That's how you... take that,
all my
Mischief.
video was released.
Really hope you elaborate on that because in regards to the Wall's video on you, he was mostly right. So I'm curious as to what you have to say about the Wall. Elaborate on.
Claiming I had a tantrum over Cheems'
Please.
response
Oh god, stop skipping around the video, Stark. It is fucking
to
nauseating.
me.
I mean, he's not.
What?
Self-awareness is on Harmon Smith levels. Yeah, dude. I mean, to be fair, for y'all in the chat, I have talked to Stark, and Stark also talked to Nier, and like he's admitted that this video is a pretty big L for the most part. Like he stands by some of the things he said, but he agrees that a lot of his points were poorly explained and shit, and it's just a bad video altogether. So he does at least hold the L. So he is self-aware enough for that, guys. Give him some respect for that. I really don't know where to rank this guy on my complete idiots list. Top ain't gonna happen, but somewhere close. I mean, I don't know if I can say it's top. It's just this guy's very middle of the road for me.
159 views. I mean,
Not
you got
wrong.
more views
You are
than
the
me,
one that took
so...
things out of proportions with those quote tweets after Cheems did a light.
Okay, if he takes the L, that's a little bit better. He did take the L, and I've talked to him. He's a pretty chill dude. And, like, he even roasted himself when he was in VC with me and Nier watching this video on Nier's stream. So, like, yeah, the dude's not, like, against taking the L on this. And he also has taken the criticisms pretty positively and tried to improve his content. So that's why I'm here. I'm allowed to just go full hog on this and roast him for it because he knows it's bad.
Jab towards you that wasn't even meant to be taken seriously. So yeah, I can confidently say that you were throwing a tantrum. But today we're talking about him in a negative way.
Oh, I remember this video. This is the video I made a video about. It was so bad.
Because he is absolutely
Yeah, he does it. He does stand by the Walls video being bad, which I don't agree with. I think the Walls video was fine. I mean, it wasn't great, but I think it was fine.
Or manner. In fairness to the wall here, if me responding to people on Twitter in what I describe as a respectable manner.
I mean, that's
Respectable manner, exactly.
didn't insult him, to be honest. So that is respectable. I mean, these guys think that that's not respectable. Learn what actual abuse is. This is people don't actually
Learn
understand.
what actual abuse is. You guys sound like abuse victims, right? that fucking quantum quote. You guys sound like abuse victims, right?
What actual abuse is. Swearing is abuse.
Fuck! Oh, wait, I shouldn't. Ow. That was a little bit rough on one of my, I'm gonna tone it down from doing that, but yeah, fuck. Swearing's abuse? Shit. Yeah, that was a little rough on the bottom right, missing wisdom tooth.
Calling people names, like rude names. Like what? Calling them a Bethesda fanboy is not a name. It's just...
But then what is? What, calling them a sped? Calling them a retard? Like, who gives a shit? You're being a fucking sped. I'ma say it. You little four-eyed prick, you're being a sped. Oh, fuck. Oh, I love roasting people on the internet.
bit of banter, bro. But yeah, this is respectful. You think this isn't respectful? You should actually see what disrespectful is.
To discuss the topic of Starfield,
Yeah, I do agree it's pretty disrespectful to take people out of context and label them as shit that they're not just because you disagreed with them, so... Sorry to disagree with you here, Stark, but I'd say this is still kinda disrespectful.
how rough the game looked is considered throwing a tantrum, then I full-heartedly agree I was throwing a tantrum.
That's not
There you go, you agreed. Video
what the
over.
law was talking about. Did you even listen to what he had to say about you throwing a tantrum?
No, because it was a pointless video.
It wasn't pointless, and maybe if you actually listened to it and Nier's point, you'd actually understand what Nier is trying to say here and not just blindly suck Mischief's dick. Wait, is that sexualizing minors, guys? Fuck. Shit. Oh, damn. Damn, what a prediction on the abuse. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I guess swearing's abuse, and calling people names is abuse. So, you know, fuck this retard. Hey, yo, what's up, Buzzley? I appreciate you popping in, homeboy. We're getting into, more of the Stark video. I gotta try and finish this tonight,
I mean, I
so.
watched it, and it sucked.
He's saying you threw a tantrum on Twitter because
Check out the link in the description
of
below.
Cheens, not because
No,
of
I don't think
you
I
literally
will,
just said it yourself
Stark.
5 seconds ago. Get your facts straight, Mischief. You're twisting the narrative again.
Because remember, guys, if you ever doubt what God Howard says, you're a child having a tantrum.
I swear to God, I'm convinced that Mischief has a crush
It's not about doubting what Todd Howard said. You fucking idiot. Oh my god.
on Todd, considering how much shit he talks to him. Because it's not like, despite Todd's over-exaggerations about previous titles, the game still turned out pretty good. No, that's crazy. There's no way that a Bethesda game can be good, right?
Yeah, pretty
I must
much.
be insane for thinking this.
That's... How? How is there no way there could be a good Bethesda game when you have one out of the several in their library going all the way back to Arena that's objectively terrible? You fucking... Oh my
I must be
god.
insane for thinking
Insane.
that Fallout 4's gameplay is good.
Insane.
Also, we could actually pinpoint this argument right back at you, because it really seems like you're only responding to this video because he dared to criticize you.
Wow. Huge.
Remember, guys, if you ever dare to criticize
Do
me,
you think maybe Stark could give more criticism in this thing, just going, wow, oh really, oh huge. Like, that's the entirety of his argument so far for the last 30 seconds. It's just been these 1 point nothings, or these 1 sentence nothings, I mean.
Mischief whatsoever, that makes you nothing but a heretic and a fanboy. I'm also going to skip a little bit of Mischief's video because he makes a fair point about how PC games need optimization.
I have an RTA
That is a fair point.
because they review.
No that's what he fucking said! He skipped it because it was irrelevant to the rest of Nier's video where he's trying to call out the bad things that Mischief said. But he still includes it in the... Well, he still includes mentioning it because it's worth noting that it was a good point on Mischief's part. He's not trying to paint him as just a fucking villain like Mischief was to everybody else. That's the point here, you fucking idiot. Oh no, oh my god. How are you that dumb?
Why you think Stark
Making a video on and I find it utterly hilarious, and I run into performance issues.
point about how PC games need optimization.
I have an RTX 3070 and a Ryzen 9 5900X, and I run into performance issues in games like Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042 because those games have not been well optimized. And I
That's a
I
fair
find it utterly
point.
hilarious that this guy has to guess
Yeah, it's kind of what Nier tried to say earlier, you fucking...
what I'm talking about when it comes to the roughness of Starfield's gameplay reveal because he's making a video on my take on Starfield before my take on Starfield has been properly released.
Again,
Yeah, except we all criticized you for saying that you threw your take out on social media. We don't have to wait for your fucking video to be done. You could also just make follow-up tweets. So, that's on you.
you don't need a video to explain why you think Starfield looks rough. You could have done that on Twitter just fine, but you only left it as the trailer looks rough, and then later down the line you disagreed with Starfield having no seamless travel. Better
You just added an extra feature. You can add to your take, you genius. You
That's
can
what
have
Nier...
all the-
That's exact... That's what Nier's trying to fucking say! That is what Nier is trying to fucking say! Oh my god! Oh god, no! That's what Nier is telling him to do! It's because Mischief left it vague! And he's like, oh, you're commenting on my take before it's out. And Nier's like, you can follow up with that. That is what, and you're... Holy fuck.
more than one take. And guess what? Twitter doesn't have an edit feature. So guess what? You can post multiple tweets essentially saying different things.
That's what Nier is fucking saying! Oh my god.
So, what is your point here, Brother Noir?
yet, what you could have done.
Brother Noir. I can't, dude. Brother Noir. Like, he fucking forgot Nier's name.
Responding to the wall was to
It's YouTube's biggest femboy, by the way, if you want to be politically correct.
leave a comment explaining why you think Starfield looks rough. Bro, you literally criticized Quantum TV for doing shit like this. Instead of getting direct contact with you, Quantum harasses you instead. And in this context, instead of clarifying things to the wall via comment, you just wanted to get that sweet, succulent ad revenue.
True.
What? That's what I did, so. I mean,
I guess that's just too much for you to grasp, isn't it? Instead,
what? Yeah, he copyright striked him.
That's not what Nier is trying to say here, dumbass. He's not comparing it to the copyright strikes. He's comparing it to the miscommunications that Quantum is known for.
He copyright
you
striked.
shrug him off as a Starfield fanboy. Like,
Trust me, the Walls video was not good, bro. It was really bad, but sure.
The Walls video wasn't that bad. I mean, he still agrees that it's bad. I don't agree. I still think the Walls video was fine. Like, you know, it was alright. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was a short little criticism video. It was alright. I didn't see any glaring flaws with it.
fanboy solely for the fact we're criticizing you. That's a
No, you are fanboys when you have nothing to defend the game other than Mischief had a bad.
We weren't
take
even sitting here
about-
trying to defend the game. We were just calling out Mischief for having bad criticisms. There's a difference.
Black for Blood 2.
pretty toxic mindset to have.
I don't give a shit about the performance issues shown in Starfield's gameplay reveal. The game's a year out.
And it's just funny to call you guys fanboys because you just know you can get triggered by that. I mean, just call anyone a
Totally.
Sony fanboy. Just
How triggered are we guys for, like... I don't know, dude. I'm totally a Starfield Bethesda fanboy because I just thought Mischief had some dumb points. And also disingenuously took people out of context. And, you know, had an overreaction on Twitter by unfollowing Keems over Starfield shit. And none of that makes me a Bethesda fanboy. I will self-admit, I am actually kind of a bit of a Bethesda fanboy, but not so much that I think they're some, like, god-tier perfect company. Because gods know. So I don't know what happened with you guys in VC, but from what I can gather, he's at least middle-tier dumb. Yeah, I mean, at the very least in this video, he is. Middle-tier dumb is a good way to put it. I don't know how bad he is now, and in some of his other videos, I guess he's gotten, like, a bit better, but, yeah, this is just kind of, oof. This video does not make him look good. This is definitely a terrible video, so it really doesn't make him look any better. I'm back, just ate dinner. Yo, what's up, homeboy? We're getting through this Stark response. I heavily dislike Bethesda, but I feel the same about Mischief's take. That argument is void. Yeah, and I know you're not as big of a fan of Bethesda as I am, Lo-Fi. Like, I'm definitely a bit of a self-admitted Bethesda fanboy, but, you know, I'm not, like, a blind, like, take it over and bend it type of fanboy. And I do agree with Keems that he was just trying to say, like, temper your expectations on the game. But, you know, I guess we're all just triggered fanboys.
I'm an Xbox fanboy. Haha, triggered.
And typically within the gaming industry, during game development, the optimization stage is around 3 to 6 months before the game comes out.
Okay, but like, you literally just complained not that long ago that you had performance issues with games like Halo Infinite and Battlefield 2042, so why should Starfield be any different? Also,
I mean, that's just can't.
Like, isn't that a fair point, though, actually? Like, what the fuck?
Context, bro. Context.
If you really didn't care about Starfield
He just gave the
performance
context.
issues, then why go on Twitter saying it looks rough? Are you just intentional?
Wait, if you didn't care about Starfield's before, he did. I just can't.
being
I just
deployed
really
as
can't.
is-
He literally said that. Oh my god, no. Stark, no. Please, if you're going to respond to the videos, watch the fucking videos. Understand the context of the videos before you go in to shit talk them.
This
before release,
video
when
is
that's pretty much
so
been a recurring
bad.
issue when it comes to Bethesda games, considering
Bro,
the fact
I will agree. This video is very bad, Stark.
I don't know
more
why
recent
this is
Bethesda
such a
titles have
bad
frame rate
video.
to the time the game would launch for 2 seconds and then immediately crash. Now, despite that, mods exist, right? Everyone
Mods aren't a solution.
Yet your favorite Bethesda game was Fallout New Vegas, which is the one that requires the most mods to even fucking launch. So I find that utterly and totally, beautifully, poetically ironic that you're going to bitch the most when Nier pretty much satirically brings up mods most of the time. And then you're going to say that New Vegas is your favorite, because that was definitely the roughest of them all. Just saying.
Stop using mods as a crutch. Most people won't touch mods. A game.
Source? Like, I literally went out of my way to get the game on computer so I could play Skyrim specifically, so I could play it with mods. Back when I first started playing it on PS3, then I got it on Xbox 360, then I wanted to get it on PC so I could get mods. So, you know, please tell me, like, why most people aren't going to play with mods, or are you just going to make a blanket statement and then not back it up?
Game should be perfect. Correction. Games should still work on their own without mods. The fact that Bethesda are
Then tell that to New Vegas, your favorite fucking one, and the one that was like, oh, but Bethesda didn't make it. Then tell that to New Vegas here, Stark.
a company with what? How many billions, millions of dollars behind them? Can't release a game in a finished state, but rely on mods to finish is just pathetic and sad. Okay, that is more of a
Tell it to New Vegas, buddy. God damn. Bethesda is like KFC. It used to be good, but now they're living off goodwill from the past. I mean, I guess. I still like KFC, though. Come on now. I mean, definitely not as much, but, you know. Their chicken tenders are fire. I don't know. They're addictive. Have to go. Have a great stream. Everyone else, have a great night. Yo, that's fine, homeboy. Appreciate you stopping in, homeboy. I'll try to have a good stream, I guess. We still got quite a bit of this to get through, so I've got to power through it. Oh, fuck. Been a while since I've been here. Yo, it's fine, homie. I appreciate you stopping in. We are shit-talking a response of a response to a response. I believe, yeah, no, it's convoluted. It's in the title.
dig at Bethesda than it is a defense of Starfield. You do realize that every time you bring up the mods argument, you're actually making Bethesda look worse. You're essentially saying, well, Bethesda, they rely on mods to make their games good. Good job. 10.
But they don't. They don't rely on mods to make their games good. Their games are already good. We use mods to make them better. Unless it's in the case of New Vegas, in which case you literally need mods to make it run.
Out of 10.
Everyone loves them. Is it the
Like,
best
at
in-
least Skyrim runs out of the box without mods on my computer. New Vegas, for the most part, will not do that for most people. It did on my old computer, but I don't think it will on this one. For some, like, I haven't tried it yet, but I just have a sneaking suspicion. This guy's watching Nier's Mischief response? Crap, I'd better get strapped. Yes, he is. That's why it's a response of a response of a response, like I said in the title. And I was in VC with Nier when he was making that video, so I know a lot of the context here, and, like, I don't know, I'm pretty well informed on this, so if anybody else is going to shit-talk this besides Nier, it might as well be me. Either that or Keems. Keems seems like a good choice, because he's actually involved in this, but, you know.
solution for fixing a game? No.
No, it's not a solution. It shouldn't be a solution. Mods should enhance the experience, not
That's
fix
literally
the
what he's saying.
experience.
But it is indeed a solution. You cannot play Fallout New Vegas vanilla. You literally have to get
Yes, you can. I literally played it the other day, vanilla.
Alright, well, good for you. For most people, it doesn't work. And most people I've talked to will agree. So I'm glad it did for you. It did work on my old computer when I tried to launch it, but There's no guarantee it will on every computer. That game's busted as shit. It's literally one of their most broken.
Tons of mods in order for it to work properly.
Sure, whatever. Sure, you can believe that. But guess what? It works just fine without mods.
I'm not going to use Fallout 76 as an example because one of the bigger reasons on why Fallout 76 ended up the way it did at launch was because it was being developed by their B team instead of their main developers.
And this guy says that Mischief has a bad track record of judging games.
I mean, what about that made Nier... What about that took away from Nier's credibility? He stated a fact. What?
Okay. Sure, Brother Nier. It was their B team, not their A team. I'm pretty sure that Todd Howard said that it had the most staff work.
I do agree that games should rather be judged on their vanilla state, and I also favor New Vegas. That still doesn't mean I'll play it vanilla. Yeah, no, like, mods aren't really a defense for, like, how a game launches, but what Nier and I are trying to say, like, take Skyrim, for example. Even if you don't like Skyrim, it works fine out of the box. It's a complete package. It's a full game with some bugs, sure, but none too game-breaking that you can't have, like, a 50 to 100-hour character getting to, like, level 80, doing a bunch of shit in the game, right? There's nothing limiting that for a game like Skyrim or Fallout 4. They're not that busted. They are full-packaged games that offer a lot of content. Mods just enhance that experience. The only one that's really that busted... The only two that I've experienced that I needed to actually do something outside of the game to play are New Vegas and Fallout 3. So, take that as you will, but, you know, you get the sentiment I'm trying to say.
Like, of any Bethesda game, it had different teams work on it, assisting with it. Yeah, sure, B team. This video is so foul and disingenuous, and it's...
I agree, Stark, your video is foul and disingenuous. Because you have no idea to the context of what you're trying to talk about.
So, like, of all the videos to take Mischief down, this is honestly so bad.
The scope of the game kept getting bigger and bigger.
If we're seeing performance issues nearly months away.
That's their fault. That's Bethesda's fault. It's not a defense of Bethesda. That is, again, more of a detriment. That Bethesda just gets too carried away.
Launching trailers, that's when it's becoming a problem. My advice to the war here is to...
Nier's not really saying it's not. That's kind of why he's also including it. It's like you really don't understand what Nier's trying to say more than 90% of this video. Skyrim, aka 1000 Dungeons. Yo, homeboy, don't at my Skyrim like that. Skyrim's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's fucking goated, homeboy. Same with Morrowind, though. And Morrowind's a lot less dungeons and a lot more role-playing. But still, I love me some Skyrim. It's dated, I know, it's not like it's some top-tier amazing... Like, I literally said in one of my videos, like, I responded to Malcolm, and I said it's a fairly mid-tier RPG, which it is, but it's a fun game. I love it.
Just maybe. Wait until someone's video that they're referencing in the tweet about Starfield looking rough is out before you start commenting on that take.
Why should
Ironic.
he wait in order to reference your video? All he wanted to do is cover your tweets. Regardless of what you have to say in your videos, it's still your...
I mean, his coverage of his tweets was terrible, so... I mean, check my previous video out before, it was bad.
Well, for making an intentional...
It really wasn't that bad. Like I said, it was mid. On the other hand, New Vegas is very, very brown, if not too brown. Yeah, it's all brown, dude. The only place in that game that really has any color that I've noticed is, like, actual the city New Vegas.
Vague tweet where you called Starfield rough and left it at that.
Because
I mean, it's a fair tweet. Disagree.
the reason you're having to guess as to what I'm talking about here is because you preemptively made the video in response to my take when my take wasn't actually put out yet.
Dude.
Correct.
Really? You made an intention...
Except it was. You just refused to elaborate further because my video. And anybody can respond to and criticize what you did put out there because guess what, motherfucker? It was made public. It's social media. If you don't give the full context, blame no one but yourself for not giving the full context. Because people are going to take what you say at that face value. That is not our fault. It's not our job to read your mind. I have a love-hate for Bethesda. They make good worlds, but the story can be up. Yeah, and I know you play games a lot more for the story, but I love their gameplay. And Morrowind has a really good story and gameplay, in my opinion. Although the story ends a little weaker than it starts in Morrowind, but it's got good gameplay and good story. But then from there, you can say, like, the story started to go down at some point, like maybe around there or Oblivion. But either way, like, I still think they've got fantastic gameplay and worlds that are amazing to explore, and their philosophy of live another life in another world. I don't know. There's a lot that Bethesda games offer that I love, is the thing. So.
Vague tweet about your take on Starfield.
It wasn't vague. It was rough. Like it.
New Vegas is too brown. I know it's an Acerthorn meme. I know he also said Morrowind is too brown, but I kind of agree that at least in the case of New Vegas, the only place in that game I noticed with a lot of fucking color is the actual city. But I can also say that for Fallout 3. That is also just really bleak in color. Morrowind, yeah, Morrowind's a little colorless too. I won't lie. But they're not bad because of that. I'm just saying, they are a little, like, dull.
And then everyone got triggered like he said they would. I mean, that he's a fortune teller, obviously.
And you did it because you wanted to get...
I can't believe I have to simp for Mischief. Like, I don't always agree with Mischief.
You don't have to simp for Mischief, though. You chose this. You chose to do this to yourself, and look at where it got you.
Mischief's take, like, his Back for Blood take is terrible. But damn, you're making me...
Yes, it is terrible, and that's what we were trying to say, that he had a poor track record of judging games. Yet you're like, oh, but don't matter.
He simps so hard for Mischief because your takedown of him is so pathetic and poor. Just...
Yet you really went back on that after this video, dude. Which is fucking great.
YouTube drama, man.
But yet it's a bad thing.
I like my story time games. I know you do, homeboy. You're way more into, like, and I'm not saying I don't like story in games, but it depends on the game. It depends on why I'm interested in a game, and it's really just down to specific game. Like, it's on a case-by-case basis for me on why I like a game and what I'm interested in for it. But usually it's gameplay reasons. It's not usually... Like, I can get invested in a story, but if I can't get invested in the gameplay, I'm not going to come back to it as much.
All makes assumptions about what exactly you're talking about. Like, dude, you're being extremely disingenuous with these criticisms.
Ironic coming from you.
But if he's talking about the gameplay, then I don't quite understand what he's talking
How?
about. Because the game...
Please explain how that's ironic coming from Nier. Or are you just talking out of your ass again? I feel very much the same. Yeah.
Play looks exactly like Fallout 4.
Which it does. And Mischief also agreed that that was a cool concept.
Fallout 4 gameplay in 2022. Thumbs up, double thumbs up.
I wonder what happened here.
Yeah. And Mischief's literally about to agree with the wall that Fallout 4 in space is a cool concept. So you acting like this is a fucking bad thing is just pathetic.
Yet again, as said in my Starfield video,
Let me just...
Oh yeah, skip past that fucking vital, you fucking asshole. Oh my god.
Talking about in regards to calling Starfield rough, even though he is literally giving you the benefit of the doubt in that very clip, and he literally agrees with your take in this video and your other video.
He doesn't. He doesn't agree with his take.
Then don't skip past the point where he fucking does, you moron. He literally just did and you skipped it.
Actually goes to bat for Cheem for like half the
Why are you
video.
approaching him in a hostile way when he literally agrees
Oh
that-
my god. Oh my god. Don't skip parts of Nier's video if you're gonna fucking do this shit. Holy fuck. He literally just skipped past the part where he agreed with him and he's like, no he didn't. I can't, dude. I kind of get why they made Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 with not a lot of color. It kind of captures the post-apocalyptic feel the game should. Just my opinion, though. I agree, yeah. Like, I don't disagree with you, Meme Gamer. Like, I guess it's just subjective, because I also like how Fallout 4 looks. It's got a little bit more color to it, but it still captures that post-apocalyptic feeling, in my opinion. That being said, I don't hold anything against Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 or Morrowind for having duller colors for the most part. I think it's something I can say about those games, but I don't think they're, like, so bad that they take away from the experience. It just depends on how you look at it.
that Fallout 4 in space is a cool concept gameplay-wise.
He literally did say
When did he
that,
say
but...
that?
I've never seen someone with
In the parts you fucking skipped, you moron!
so much energy in order to dig up and switch the goalpost as much as fucking under the mayo. That's
There it is, the under the mayo line. I'm so glad it made it in. I have to hear it
When
again.
did he say that?
I've never seen someone with so much energy in order to dig up and switch the goalpost as much as fucking under the mayo. That's one hell of an accomplishment, Mischief. You're so progressive.
And even if you didn't bother
Jesus
to wait to see my
Christ.
video, I think my reply to Sean W. in and of itself showcases my feelings about Starfield having Fallout 4's
Yeah, that's fair enough.
gameplay.
A respect
Wait, hold on. That's
respectful
fair.
take from Sean W. But again, Mischief, you're still being vague about what exactly looks rough about the game. At least
He said already what looks rough.
No, he didn't in the fucking tweets. That was the point, you moron.
Sean W.
I've just...
Hand.
You fucking idiot. You this... all of this is going straight over his fucking head. Like, right over his head. It is infuriatingly bad.
But it really isn't. He's calling you out for being a poor judge of games while you're judging
Wait.
or saying anything like that. And says regardless, it's irrelevant to the topic at hand. But it really isn't. He's calling you out for
It is irrelevant to the topic at hand.
There's no way.
It's not, though. When you're willing to bring up other straw man arguments but with other games, it's really, really not. Fair enough, that's what makes the world great. Different strokes for different folks. And we can all agree, mint chip ice cream is the best. Actually, yes. I will agree that my two favorite ice creams are probably Heavenly Hash and mint chocolate chips. So, you know, you got a point there, PlayStation gamer. I will not disagree with you. I love me some mint chocolate chip. That and Heavenly Hash are two of my favorites. I swear this man is losing IQ points the more I'm losing IQ points the more we watch, dude. Like, fuck. New Vegas still has a few more colorful places. But yeah, it's still mostly, yeah. And like I said, not like huge negatives against that game. I think it's something you can criticize them for to a degree, but I don't think they're like massive takeaways. Like the meme gamer said, you can even make a case that it adds to the post-apocalyptic feeling. So it's all just subjective. My brain cells are depleting by the second. Yes, my IQ points are depleting by the second.
How I can remember everything I say on Discord, everything I say on Twitter, and everything I say on YouTube. So instead of just saying, nah, I never said that, I just say I don't remember that. It's essentially the same thing.
This kind of seems like damage control more than anything.
That's fair. Like, I don't remember every take that I have. You know, you can bring out a video that I made for 7...
And he cut off Nier at the worst time, because Nier's literally about to say, I don't know how the fuck you don't keep track of your opinions. And this guy is literally sitting here saying, oh, I can't keep track of my opinions. It's... Like, guys, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and forget that I don't like Halo. Or forget that I like Halo, you know? I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, do I like Halo? I can't remember. Do I like Skyrim? Do I like Doom Eternal? Am I addicted to Grim Dawn right now? Do I think this is a stupid video? These are all things I'm gonna wake up and forget tomorrow. Because I can't keep track of my opinions.
7 months ago about another person, you know what? I'll be like, that's my opinion 7 months ago. I'm now 7 months beyond.
Well, no one's saying you can't change your fucking opinions, you moron. It's not about changing your opinion. It's about the fact that he's actively trying to damage control that he doesn't remember it. Holy fucking shit.
Because I've aged 7 months. That's what grow.
I just got back from Thor 4. I forgot if I like Risk of Rain 2 or not. That's alright, homie. Oh, fuck. I appreciate you stopping by the stream. We're trying to get through the rest of the Stained Bramage. I've got, like, around a half hour left. A little less than a half hour. Jesus Christ. Fuck. How was Thor 4? Was it any good? Or was it forced bad?
Growing and learning's all about, you know. You can change opinions. You can.
No one's saying you can't change your fucking opinions. It's about the fact that he actively is deflecting, that he can't remember his opinion or not here. Jesus Christ. Thor 4 is shit, by the way. Okay, good to know. I don't really watch those movies at all, but still good to know. Thor, ha ha ha.
Can mold. Unless you say it and do the same things over and over again, then that's just unfortunate.
Because my question about that statement is, how the fuck do you not keep track of your opinions? That's not really a good justification there.
This way I avoid.
It's not. It's not a good justification.
What? Heck, bro, like, you know all your opinions.
Accidentally lying.
Like, how do you not know your fucking opinions, guys? How the fuck do you not know your own opinions? I just don't understand this sentiment.
What? Heck, bro, like, you know all your opinions.
Accidentally lying.
I don't remember if I like PC gaming more than console gaming, guys. You know what? I don't remember any of my opinions in my in any of my YouTube videos. Like that whole Twitter versus the Actman thing I did like several months ago, you know, I can't remember what my opinions were in that. You know, maybe Twitter was right and they should have canceled Actman. You know, I can't remember my fucking opinions, guys. I'm sorry.
Lying to my viewers, which I don't want to do in any scenario.
This is honestly foul. 37.
Oh, yes, it is foul when you skip past parts of the fucking video like a pleb. Oh my god, that gives me an aneurysm every time. I heard Thor 4 is really bad. That's why I give up on Marvel after Spider-Man No Way Home. I gave up on them a while ago, dude. Jesus Christ. How much did this guy actually redeem himself in VC? Because judging by this video, he's fucking stupid. I don't remember if I'm gay or not. Oh god. Fuck me, no. Oh shit.
Because beforehand, lots of people were definitely claiming it would be better than Left 4 Dead 2.
Ah, so you do admit to defending Back 4 Blood before the game came out.
That's fair.
That's a step in the right direction. Hell, I did the same with Battlefield 2042. I had fun with the game first time I played it, but
Yeah, that was... Hey, what? You're a bad judge of character. You defended about 2042.
Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh, this is terrible to fucking witness. This is actual fucking brain damage.
That game is... I mean, of all the...
He took the L in this video, and he's... Yeah, that's what I said. He is overall chill, and he took the L, but, like... As for, like, the type of content he's making now, or what he's like now, I don't know. I haven't watched his channel. All I can say is this video makes him look fucking terrible.
things to defend, Back 4 Blood 2 versus Battlefield 2042, you take the biggest L there,
after
unfortunately.
putting 32 hours into the game, I pretty much just gave up on it because there's literally nothing to do in 2042. But good on you for owning up to this. Plus 1 point for that.
But either way, yes, it is completely fucking irrelevant to the topic at hand, because
Yes, it is completely
9
irrelevant.
out of 10
though.
times, the only times people ever bring up quote-unquote bad takes of the past that don't exist in this scenario, they're only doing it to quote-unquote discredit you because they can't actually rebuke what you are saying.
No, that's not at all what's happening here. We're not trying to bring up something from the past because we can't criticize what you're saying now. We've had plenty of criticisms for what you're saying now, and you deflected them. So what we did was go to the past to show you that we think you're a poor judge of games, and this is why. And you're still deflecting it. It's almost like... like you're a fucking asshole that's too up in their ass with their own opinion. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck me is a weird response to that, but it might work as...
I agree with that take. Well done, Mischief. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I agree with that. That is
Wait.
perfect take. That is why people bring it
It's
up.
incredibly ironic of you to say, since later on in this very video, you'll
Why? Why are we still here to suffer? Oh my god, no.
bring up Erock X's video on Oh No It's Alex, and before you even do that, you'll bring up Erock X's bad take on how poor people can't be gamers in order to try and entirely discredit.
Poor people.
You got E-Rock X, a channel who previously got into beef with Griffin Gaming after he claimed poor people shouldn't play video
Does this dude literally just laugh about poor people? What the fuck?
To try and entirely discredit.
Poor people.
You got E-Rock X.
What the f... Like, is he laughing at the sentiment that poor... Like... Or is he just laughing about poor people? Well, in context or out of context, this doesn't really help. What the fuck?
X, a channel who previously got into beef with Griffin Gaming after he claimed poor people shouldn't play video games because
Hey, I remember this video.
they're poor.
So it's perfectly fine when you bring up an old bad take that Erock X had, but when Sheems brings up your bad take on Back 4 Blood, that's a problem.
We're talking about video game reviews versus bad takes as in opinions. So, I mean...
Difference? Just because it's a review of a video game doesn't mean it can't be a bad... Those things aren't mutually exclusive. What the fuck? Why are we still here? Just to suffer, exactly. Damn, give poor people a break. They've got it rough enough. Exactly. Oh, fine. They've got it rough enough. I heard Rockstar can the PS5 version of Red Dead 2 and Red Dead Remaster, and have DLC planned for Red Dead Online. I don't know. I heard something about them canning stuff for games, but I don't follow Rockstar that much, to be honest. Both takes have to do with video games, lol. I mean, yeah, like... And like I said, those aren't mutually exclusive either, even if they weren't near. Like, just because it's a video game review doesn't mean it can't be a bad take. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, apples to oranges, so fair enough. I mean...
Problem? I'm gonna have to once again ask you to
keep that same energy.
He thinks he's got him there, but they're not the same thing because we're talking about critiquing a video game, as in reviewing a video game, versus social opinions. Poor people shouldn't play video games. So
Oh my god. Oh my god. Does he not see how the two correlate? It's not about what they were taking out of or it's not about what they're... Like, that topic was irrelevant. It was about the fact that they were using an outside topic to discredit their opinions. And that's all Nier is trying to point out here, was that Mischief did the same thing.
I mean, my ability to review a game has nothing to do with my ability to work, has nothing to do with my opinions on, say, politics, has
And no one's saying it does.
nothing to do with my opinions on, say, sports. They're all separate.
Oh
concepts.
my god, no one's
So-
saying that, you fucking moron! Oh my fucking god! It was just about the fact that Mischief talked about it when it was irrelevant to the discourse. And we are criticizing Mischief for that because he called other people out for doing the same thing. That was the point. What the topic was irrelevant. It could have been poor people can't play video games, or rich people can't play video games, or dickless people can't play video games. What the fucking difference is doesn't matter here.
You're talking about, they'll bring up some random bullshit they think you had a bad take on. And again, no, I don't think fucking Back for Blood is any better than Left 4 Dead 2. It's an objectively worse game in terms of the technical side of it. In terms of gameplay, it is objectively better.
Not according to Cheems.
What he was doing was saying, this apple is the same as this orange because they're both round. You can
Oath.
Called a jab. He was making fun of you for liking Back for Blood.
And he got jabbed back, unfortunately.
game in the future.
Yeah, you probably did change your opinion later down the line, but earlier in your section talking about Cheems, you claimed he made up a lie about you. So which one is it?
I'm not saying this take
Yeah, like really though, which one was it, Mischief? Because you really just flip-flopped on that one and it still pisses me off. I don't even care anymore, it'll probably just be rushed garbage. Oh yeah, I stopped caring. Yeah. You hear about DSP slave joke? Depends on, like, probably. Like, dude, I don't remember all the shit with DSP, so I've probably heard it. Do I remember it right now? Not off the top of my head.
is good or not, because I think we should always expect games to come out good. I don't think we should give any like special treatments to certain developers. Now, yes, Todd Howard has been known to not have the best games on release, but no one cares because it's not so bad to where the game isn't enjoyable.
And of course, he's going to strawman Fallout 76 here. He's going to cherry pick, rather. Because literally what the wall is saying is that in every other instance, these games have been good regardless.
Ah, yes, the Achilles heel of Bethesda, Fallout 76.
It's the latest game,
You just
too.
feel the need.
It's the latest game, so the fact that it's their most recent game, also one made by their B team, which, if you are willing, Stark, to hold Bethesda accountable for Fallout 76, you should be more than willing to also hold them accountable for Fallout New Vegas and for Elder Scrolls Online, because, you know, you're going to sit here and cherry pick it like it was made by their when it was made by their B team. When the same thing happened with New Vegas. It was made by a different team altogether, and all Bethesda did was hand them assets. Yet you don't want to give Bethesda credit for that, but you want to give them credit for 76. I just find that very hypocritical.
Need to bring
Hi guys, I don't have brain cells anymore. Please help me. No. Give me your brain cells, meme gamer. They're mine now.
it up, don't you?
Yeah, well, you want to bring up all the games defending Bethesda. You can bring up the game that discredits Bethesda.
And I've also brought up why it doesn't really discredit them, because if you're not willing to say Fallout New Vegas is Bethesda, then you shouldn't be willing to say 76 is Bethesda. Just saying.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
One game out of several. One fuck up out of several beloved games.
One game that was the most recent game out.
More recent Bethesda. More Todd Howard. More Fallout 76. More recent Bethesda games. More Bethesda. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Several games.
That's the one you have to bring up. You could have
Yes.
made a point with any other game, but no. Conveniently, you bring up the game that was entirely rushed by a completely different development team.
Brother Noir, don't lie. Okay, I'm not.
It's not a fucking lie. That is a fact. That is an objective fact, you fucking sped.
Could have
Yes.
made a point with any other game, but no. Conveniently, you bring up the game that was entirely rushed by a completely different development team.
Brother Noir, don't lie.
That is a fucking fact, you absolute retard.
Okay, I'm not. I've already said it before. Just look up my previous point about Fallout 76.
Ourselves. Bring this Fallout 76. He could have made a point with Fallout 4 created in Maryland. Then
Please stop skipping the video, Stark. It makes you look like a disingenuous dickhead.
technically, Todd Howard wasn't even the one direct.
We're talking about. This is fucking Bethesda. They are known for buggy and near unplayable games at launch.
Okay, yes, but what about every other game they've made? None of
You sure about
them were
that?
failures. None of them were unplayable, except Fallout 3 on which
They've had buggy games before, but they've not been so busted that you can't play them and they're broken and unplayable. Like I said, Skyrim, complete package. I can launch that game without mods. vanilla as fuck on my computer. It'll run. You could play 50 to 100 hours of a character, run through all the content, have a great time. Modless. Nothing to help it run. I mean, you might want the Skyrim UI mod, because the UI on PC is a bit fucking trash, but you don't need it to play the game.
Windows, but why is it that Bethesda's credibility should be completely destroyed because of one game? Even
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Why does that matter right now? So it's bad when we bring up Mischief's take on Back 4 Blood or fucking Battlefield 2042 or anything, but you're gonna bring up Wolfenstein. What the fuck?
You sure about
there were
that?
failures. None of them were unplayable, except Fallout 3 on Windows. But why is it that Bethesda's credibility should be completely destroyed because of one game? Even
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
That has nothing to do with this. You fucking moron.
Actually, Elder Scrolls Online's been fine, but they haven't released a lot of games recently, have they? So literally, Fallout 76 is their last really big game that they've released.
though it's been proven time
And it was also made by their B team, and it was also the most different game to what they're used to making. So there's a lot of reasons why it's a fucking flop. It's literally their black sheep. Jesus Christ. There, I posted it in general chat. Watch it later. Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look it up later, homeboy. He already looks like he already looks like a disingenuous. How the hell do you write that word? Twat. The rest of that video won't change that. Yeah. Wow, this guy is dumb. He really fucking, like, he owned the L, guys. I have to say that. Give him some respect. He owns the fact that this video is terrible. But it is just no amount of owning the L is going to take away from just how terrible the actual video is to sit through and how bad it makes him look. But at least show him the respect that he agrees this is a terrible video. At least he has that self-awareness. Coping and seething on goddamn Clockwork. Fuck.
time and time again that even though their previous games were buggy, they thrived regardless. That's the dumbest shit ever. You know what? I'll apply that game back at you. I don't think Hello Games is trustworthy. Why? Because No Man's Sky had one
It really fucking bothers me how much he skips the
of the
video.
most broken launches in video game history.
Yeah, but the difference is that game actually functions now. Fallout 76 still sucks.
You know.
Yeah, the point that Nier's trying to make, though, is that they both launched in broken, busted states, but you're willing to cherry-pick No Man's Sky because it's good now, even though that Fallout 76 has also received patches. Whether or not the game's good is subjective. Whether or not No Man's Sky is good is subjective, to be honest, though. But the game's got the proper updates to help fix them, quote-unquote. That's the point Nier's trying to make.
Why should we compare Starfield to this game when it launched the way it did, which was pretty much unplayable? Listen, I know no
Now that is an apple to, that is not, you know that's not a just comparison. It's completely different.
Please explain how it's not a just comparison, Stark. Are you willing to go in-depth in context on why it is? You fucking sped.
Also, No Man's Sky was a game developed by 13 people. Bethesda's a company of, what, hundreds and hundreds of people. Bro,
And I'm pretty sure Nier brought up in his stream that what does the amount of people matter? You could have a game made by 1,000 people or 1 people, and it can be busted as shit or great. What's your fucking point? That is irrelevant to the topic at hand right now, really.
what are you doing?
Man's Sky had a redemption arc and it's probably good now, but come on.
Not probably, it is good now.
It's subjective on whether or not you think No Man's Sky is good. Has it gotten better from how it launched? That's subjective, yes, but it's objective that it's gotten better from its launch, but it's subjective on whether or not you think it's good. That's what I'm trying to say. I got 2 friends who really seem to enjoy current 76. They say it's gotten much better. Yeah, that's totally fine. I agree. It's definitely gotten better from its launch. Whether or not it's good is still subjective, just like I think it is with No Man's Sky. This is pain without love. Pain can't get enough. 3 days. Oh, yeah, 3 days
Oh,
grace.
you the judge games.
Back in the old emo days. Goddamn, you're taking me back to like fucking middle school.
You don't even know if No Man's Sky is good or not. It's not good enough.
Launched in an incredibly terrible
Well, it's subjective on whether or not it's good. It hasn't gotten better from its launch. I think I just clarified, but that's subjective.
state. I mean, hey, Fallout 76 patched things up, but because the game launched the way it did, that
No, Fallout 76 is still bad. That's the thing. Like, even now it's still bad.
And I just said it's subjective. Nier is talking about the fact that it is patched up from being busted at launch, you fucking moron.
Bad. Okay. But No Man's Sky actually, like, went from being bad to
Props to anyone who likes Fallout 76. Your shit taste will be remembered. I mean, I think One of my favorite experiences with Fallout 76 actually was watching a British Potato play through it with one of his friends. And he like did like an hour-long video that he just uploaded of them fucking around in the game, and they were just miserable the whole time. It was fucking hilarious. I recommend watching that to anybody after this stream. It's fucking hilarious.
Really good. That's the
Means
difference.
Bethesda is literally Nazi Germany. Why should we ever trust either of them? I think it's a conspiracy on how the gaming industry is intentionally destroying themselves. Okay, I'm just rambling. Moving on.
You are. This is such a bad video. Oh my gosh.
I know a game being playable at launch. Good, but he'll reiterate what James is saying in another way.
You mean the exact same tactic you used against him in order to strawman his point entirely in order to label him as a fanboy? The same tactic you used against Cheems as well?
Unfinished and buggy
it's the
games.
same
But
Please stop skipping around the video, Stark. You're giving me a fucking aneurysm. Oh my god. Holy shit. I don't think they'll be remembered. They'll be commended to some degree, but remembered, that's, yeah, that's debatable. I remember that video. Dude, it's fucking hilarious. Him and just his friend fucking around in misery in that video game. It's just, honestly, I kind of want to go watch that after this if we have time. Even just like 5 minutes. It's fucking hilarious.
Of EA. Nowhere in the video, I'm sure. So you're pretty much just putting words in his mouth.
that their games.
When the fuck did the wall ever bring up EA? No.
And I'm almost certain that you wouldn't support the way EA releases 99% of their games.
I just love how much Stark skips past everything Nier's saying. It's literally, like, I can't even say, like, Nier, I know you were saying it's called, like, Nier, I know you were saying it's cherry picking when he skips like that, but I can't even say it's cherry picking. It's just downright obliviousness. It's just downright, you're skipping past important sections, you're leaving out context. To a degree, I guess you could call that cherry picking, but I feel like cherry picking is intentional, whereas this is just unintentional retardation, you know? Just skipping past like a fucking moron. Unless he is skipping past shit intentionally, which would imply that he actually watched this beforehand, in which case, why is this take so terrible? That just opens a whole other can of worms.
Games.
When the fuck did the wall ever bring up EA? Nowhere in the video, I'm sure. So you're pretty
I
much
mean, I don't know why Mischief brought that up. That's
just
an
putting
interesting
words in
point.
his mouth. Once again, making a straw man.
That's what Nier's saying.
I don't remember everything the wall said in his video, so maybe he did bring
Also,
it up.
something
Who
being-
knows?
Maybe don't skip past parts of this video so you can get the fucking context.
Enjoyable isn't an actual defense of a video game. I'm able to find at least some small amount of enjoyment via playing League of Maidens with my friends because I can mock the game for how bad it is.
That is a false equivalency. The wall is talking.
I called it cherry picking since it came off as him intentionally selecting what he wants to argue it. Okay. I guess I didn't look at it from that perspective, but I guess looking at it that way, it is way more cherry picking. I just thought of it as like obliviousness, like he's just skipping past shit like an idiot. But I guess it is kind of selective to what he wants to respond to, so... Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. To a degree, I guess that is cherry picking. I'll give you that one, Nier.
Talking about having actual enjoyment of the game. Meanwhile, you're talking about enjoying it for satirical reasons.
You can enjoy. Enjoyment is enjoyment. Like, who are you to judge someone's enjoyment?
It's not about whether or not he enjoys it. That's not the point being made. The point being made is the reasons of why it is enjoyed. Because the wall's saying he found genuine enjoyment with the gameplay loop, the world, and what the game has to offer. Versus just mocking a game for being terrible. It's like saying why I enjoy Valheim versus why you would enjoy maybe Fallout 76 at launch, right? Like the entire video I brought up about British Potato and his friend fucking around in 76. They enjoyed the game for satirical reasons versus why I would play a game like Grim Dawn where I find genuine enjoyment in it, right? There's an actual difference here.
42 is a game that some people enjoy. It doesn't make it a good game and it doesn't make something people should support.
That's true.
This weird idea that enjoyment equals a good game and something you should support is baffling to me. It's so entirely one-dimensional that I simply can't comprehend how
Depends on why you enjoy it and where you find value, but okay, go off, Queen Mischief. Tell us why we should, you know, listen to you about whether or not we enjoy a game and why we place value in that enjoyment.
Assume product and move on to next
anyone
product.
could have that take.
Who the fuck are you to judge people's opinions on games that are considered bad? Sure, those are bad
I mean, again, it comes down to
games in a
person's
technical
opinion.
standpoint.
I mean, he can have an opinion.
Yes, he can have an opinion, but he's judging other people's opinions. There's a fucking difference.
He can also have a crack at other people's opinions, and people can have a crack at him back. So that's the whole point of discourse.
someone-
Yes, there's a difference with how Mischief handles it, though, when he blindly paints people as fucking assholes. Like, he's twisting what the wall is saying here is the point, and trying to paint him as still being an idiot, when the wall wasn't trying to say what Mischief is trying to say he is.
someone enjoys it, why not just give them props for it? Also, if you really
I'm not giving anyone props. If someone enjoys a game that I don't like, I mean, first of all, I'll be like, what the hell are they enjoying that I'm not enjoying? I want to know. I want to share that enjoyment, man. But yeah, he doesn't have to. That is well, opinions. We should all just share. You can't have a look at anyone else's opinions because it's just their opinion,
want to
man.
go down this route,
I don't even understand what he's trying to argue. I'm sorry, that all just went in one ear and out the other. I don't even understand what he was trying to say. If anybody understands what he was just trying to say, help, because that just gave me legitimate brain damage. To be honest, I have one takeaway from this whole thing. If you like or dislike a game, that's okay. There will always be somebody who disagrees with you. You can't please everyone. I mean, yeah, that's a good thing to take away from this, the meme gamer. Just don't be like Mischief and twist other people's opinions and call them fanboys just because they disagree with your thoughts on a video game, like Mischief did.
then this is coming from the same guy that has 144 hours on Marvel's Avengers.
Basically the Mayo argument? What Mayo argument? Let me try and go back and hear it, to be fair. Let me just try and listen to this again.
Get him back. So that's the whole point of this
But
course.
if someone enjoys it, why not just give them props for it? Also, if you really
I'm not giving anyone props. If someone enjoys a game that I don't like, I mean, first of all, I'll be like, what the hell are they enjoying that I'm not enjoying? I want to know. I want to share that enjoyment, man. But yeah, he doesn't have to. That is well, opinions. We should all just share. You can't have a look at anyone else's opinions because it's just their opinion,
want to
man.
go down this route, then this is coming from the same guy that has 140.
It's just opinions, bro. Okay, so that felt like a nothing point. I felt like he could have literally said nothing there and added more to the video than he just did by saying that.
4 hours on Marvel's Avengers, and when he was made fun of for it, he proceeded to damage control about it in their Discord server. You should check your privileges, Mischief.
Wait, where's the Discord? I want to see the Discord tweet. To be fair, I have hours on Marvel's Avengers and the game still sucks balls.
It's so strange to me that when Bethesda releases games in
I also have 300 hours on Call of Duty Ghosts and that game sucks balls, so...
Self-awareness. At least he's self-aware.
Take that for as you will.
states that EA is completely okay to these people, but when EA does it, it's suddenly bad. It should be bad for both companies to be doing this,
True.
especially when Bethesda has a...
Yeah,
But
but
despite all of that, how
no one said it wasn't bad for EA to do it. And in fact, we all kind of expect EA to do it because they have a horrible track record. Bethesda doesn't. That was... How are you this dumb? Mischief, how are you that
many of
dumb?
these games turned out good, and how many turned out bad? Because if you're going to cherry pick Fallout 76 all day, then all I can do is cherry pick Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 4, Morrowind, and Fallout 3.
One was their most recent game, the others were more older games. EA only makes good sports. They don't even make good sports games. EA just...
That's kind of the fucking point that we were... Oh. That's the point. Is that their track records are completely different. And also, Mischief is putting words in the wall's mouth because he never brought up EA. That's... Oh my god. If you try to make everyone... If you're trying to make everyone happy, you only make yourself unhappy, I suppose. That's fair. What's up, Mr. Gamer? How you doing, homeboy? We're sitting through some classic Dane Bramage. Of a response, or I'm responding to a response of a response to a fanboy video.
Control-C, Control-V's games now. Yeah.
Gameplay standpoint, that is. Fuck Fallout 3 and 4 stories.
And then Mischief, responds saying this guy who criticizes PS5 fanboys for betting over and accepting anything Sony hands them might want to keep that same energy for Starfield. The bad track record isn't an excuse to continue said bad track record. It should be a reason to criticize them and hope for improvement.
True.
Now that is not a bad take. I actually do agree with that.
Everything you've just said for about the last minute, including some of the clips that I cut out because it's just you repeating yourself, states the complete opposite of what you just said.
Which, by the way, some of the stuff that Mischief cut out actually was very important context to the wall, and just kind of shows that Mischief was trying to paint him as more of a fanboy and an asshole than he actually is. This is really disingenuous.
Literally just be saying
That is correct, actually. Now, I agree with Mischief there because I watched a damn video. That man repeats himself and then contradicts himself so many times in that video. It's such a...
Source? I guess I could go back and watch your other video on it, but I'm judging by this video, I don't imagine your response is any better. Holy fuck.
bad video, bro.
as long as the game is enjoyable
Oh
when
my
it comes
gosh.
out, then there's no reason to care about the game being a buggy mess when
So
it launches
bad,
or
bro.
being in a rough state.
That is a straw man, and I can literally prove it, because not only did you misinterpret his point entirely, you intentionally cut out a very important piece of the Wall's video in order to take his point out of
Which he did.
context.
No, I'm
And I'll
ready
play the
for
clip
this.
right here.
But no one cares because it's not so bad to where the game isn't enjoyable. Like Skyrim, one of the best games of all time. Fallout 4, a great game. Like 76, I've never played it. I've heard it has a lot of support now and it's been fixed. But I still have never played it, so I can't judge that game. But Fallout and Skyrim both came out in a messy, buggy
Just ignore Fallout 76.
state. But no,
He just mentioned it! What the fuck was this?
No, I'm
And I'll
ready
play the
for
clip
this.
right here.
But no one cares because it's not so bad to where the game isn't enjoyable. Like Skyrim, one of the best games of all time. Fallout 4, a great game. Like 76, I've never played it. I've heard it has a lot of support now and it's been fixed, but I still have never played it, so I can't judge that game. But Fallout and Skyrim both came out in a messy, buggy.
Just ignore Fallout 76.
He just fucking mentioned it! Oh my god! I've never played it, so I can't judge it. What do you call that? How is that ignoring the game? Oh my god, MadStarkAven, I'm somewhat familiar. Yeah, we're watching their response to Nier, which is absolutely awful. Oh my fuck.
But no one cared because the game was still enjoyable. Now, am I saying it's okay that they came out like that? No, but that doesn't mean the game's gonna be bad just because it looks rough.
That is... Hold on.
No one cared because the game was still enjoyable. Now, am I saying it's okay that they came out like that? No, but that doesn't.
Oh.
Then just, why don't you just say that it's not okay that they're coming out like that?
That's what he said? This is what... That's what he just said! He literally just said that! He's adding on to what he just said by saying that! What the fuck? I can't. Oh my god, that's so stupid. How is so much going over your head so fast? How does someone say something and then it immediately goes over your head? I mean, immediately. Oh, I gotta, like, not scream as much in a certain way because it, like, tears away part of my fucking like, my bottom right socket where my wisdom tooth was. You okay, babe? I mean, I'll survive. I hope. Holy fucking shit, this is stupid. He literally just said that, and then he's like, why don't you just say that? Duh.
Then just, why don't you just say that it's not okay that they're coming out like that? Why did you have to make a long rambled point about
The
it?
game's gonna be bad just because it looks rough.
So he's not allowed to add context to his original point. Got it. Sounds like you're about to go Joker on us. I mean, fucking... Maybe, god damn it. Oh my fuck, this is terrible. This is an absolute shit video. Thank fuck there's only like 17 minutes left.
I mean, he never said the game was bad, ironically. He just said it looks rough. Okay? Now, it could be bad or it could be good. That's the irony about this, is that no point has...
Yes, but Mischief left it intentionally vague, was what other people were trying to say. Including the wall, I believe, if I remember his video correctly.
Mischief said that Starfield's gonna be a bad game. He just said it looks rough. So
Psych might just wake up my neighbors. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lo-Fi, fuck.
oh. Boy.
Mischief, you are once again approaching Quantum TV levels of stupid.
And now you're saying that you agree with me. Make
No, don't even compare the two. Okay?
Yes, compare the two. Please, always compare the two. It's fucking hilarious to me to compare Mischief to Quantum TV. It's like golden poeticism. Like, it's goldenly poetic is what it is, comparing the two. That's why I love it.
Don't even compare the two. That is
up
not
your
a
mind.
comparison.
I don't know if you can't make up your mind because of poor editing or just because you're trying to defend Bethesda here in a blind manner.
He literally said in his video that he
There's no editing, bro. It's just a bad
never
take.
said these games come.
No editing? Bro, look in the mirror. Your entire shit video that's an hour and 22 minutes has no editing? I mean, the most I can give you for editing in this video is manually skipping parts of it. Like an asshole. Oh my fucking god.
Coming out the way they do is okay. So once again, you're being disingenuous.
He never said that was okay. But he also never said that it was a good thing. Mischief never said it was a bad thing. Like the game's going to be bad. So it's a nothing.
No, but he
point.
left it intentionally vague and said that he's going to piss some people off with it. You can understand why we would think that paints it in a negative context, right? Like, to a degree, it's basically bait and being being misleading on purpose. Poetic justice, you mean? I mean, to be fair, there has to be some level of justice there to call it poetic justice. I just think it's very poetic to begin with, to compare the two. It's just very beautiful. Like Nier said, the irony that combats that of Shakespeare. Yeah, pretty much. It's just beautiful. It's something you could see in Shakespeare pretty much because, like, what's not to love about that comparison? It's fucking hilarious.
Point. Nothing point. And before that proceeds all the other rambling. Now, you could say Mischief's being disingenuous because he cut that out. But guess what? Straw manning.
Set out the wall being a blind fan.
This is the part where you left to go fucking kill yourself, Nier. Oh, fuck. Oh, I have to go back and hear it again.
Bad. So it's a nothing point. Nothing point. And before that proceeds all the other rambling. Now, you could say Mischief's being disingenuous because he cut that out. But guess what? Straw manning.
Set out the wall being a blind fanboy.
Strawman. Yes, what a great argument, Stark. Beautiful.
But the fact that, he's saying that we should just expect the game to be like that is not really okay, and I do think we should criticize it, but at the same time, you can't say that the game looking rough means the game's going to be terrible and that you shouldn't get it.
He never said that the game... This is why I hate that the Wars video was really
Because
bad.
Bethesda has proven time and time again, it's just because the game
Wait, hang on. Did he just back? Hang on. What did
Straw manning.
Set out the wall being a
I'm still mauling from that part. I don't blame you, honey. I really don't. Goddamn. Like, that shit was terrible. It's just strawmanning. I do not blame you at all, Nier. Goddamn. Like, sympathy points to you, Bubby, because that is dog water.
blind fanboy.
But the fact that, he's saying that we should just expect the game to be like that is not really okay, and I do think we should criticize it, but at the same time, you can't say that the game looking rough means the game's going to be terrible and that you shouldn't get it.
He never said that the game... This is why I hate that the...
Was he about to say that he never said the game looks rough? He had to backtrack on that quick.
The Wars video was really
Because
bad.
Bethesda has proven time and time again that just because a game looks rough doesn't mean it is going to be a bad game.
76.
You very clearly have no idea.
76 is their only argument. 76. Which also actually did look rough in the betas before the game came out. So it just goes against their point even more. Like, fuck.
Idea what you're talking about when it comes to Bethesda, because they have proven time and time again that they will lie about absolutely anything in regards to video games they produce, and that they are not trustable. Their lying goes all the way back to Oblivion, where they overhyped AI.
I could feel Nusi gripping onto me as my crippling depression grew strong. Yeah, it's like that, I think it's iDubbbz memes, just falls into the wheelchair. I've got crippling depression. Like, fuck.
and claimed it wasn't scripted, even though it blatantly was.
Oh, I remember that. Todd Howard and his sweet little
That is
lads.
also a straw man, because technically that's not a lie. The NPCs in Oblivion have a schedule, and thanks to the Radiant AI, they are allowed to have dynamic reactions to the player's actions. That was what Todd Howard was referring to, not how the...
No, because he poorly stated it. So
No, he didn't poorly stated it. He didn't poorly state it. He dumbed it down. He dumbed it down so normal, like fucking Karens and shit, could understand it when they're picking up a game for little Timmy. That's what that was.
So you're taking out of context what Todd Howard said to put what he said to make him what he said look better. They just can't.
Just the mental gymnastics Stark just had to go through to even get that basic as fuck sentence out. Jesus.
This video is so bad.
AI is entirely intelligent and unscripted.
I can't believe I have to defend
He was literally
Mischief.
just
Like, I
making
don't agree with
hyperbole about how
Mischief.
the AI works in
This is
Oblivion.
so
Surprise,
bad.
surprise, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, seriously, what do you think is required for NPCs to be on a schedule? Scripting!
And although that doesn't
The script.
make a quote-unquote bad game, I have never claimed that. Even in my initial tweets, I wasn't saying that the game was going to be bad. And
Hey,
anyone
that's
with 2 functional
true.
brain cells
That's
could have
what I
figured
just
that
pointed out. That's what I said
Yes, but you intentionally left it vague when saying you're gonna piss people off because it looks rough.
to defend
I was merely
Mischief.
saying that it wasn't going to be a good game. Bethesda games for the past decade have not been good. They have been passable.
You're only
Bethesda games for the last decade have not been good, they have been passable. Skyrim wasn't good, it was passable. Fallout 4 wasn't good, it was passable. Any of the expansions, passable. Oh, you know, we're throwing Elder Scrolls Online into this because fuck it, they want to count fucking 76. You know, that wasn't good, it was just passable. Like, what the fuck, dude?
coming to that conclusion because of one game, seeing how you're treating it as Bethesda's Achilles heel. All of these games being quote-unquote passable is debatable at
That's his opinion. I mean, he can say that he doesn't agree that Fallout 4 is great, but again, that
It's
is
not just Fallout 4. You're referencing more than just Fallout 4, you fucking Neanderthal.
personal opinion at the end of the day. So,
this, because games like Oblivion, Morrowind, Skyrim, and Fallout 4 are why Bethesda have a following in the first.
I mean, in your opinion, they're good games. Mischief might have a
It is not an opinion that those are good games when Morrowind saved the fucking company from literally dying. That is not a subjective opinion on whether or not that's a good game. That is an objective fact that the game saved the fucking company from failure. It is a objective success. Okay? That pretty much by default means it's good.
A good reason for why I think those games aren't great, but they're just fine. So that's an opinion.
First place. Get off your high horse. That Axeman clout you got there does not make you any smarter.
Months after launch, when they finally
All the
Yeah, Morrowind. If I didn't say Morrowind, that's one of my... Oh, wait, you had to type. Never mind. That is something I could have brought up in my video, how Morrowind saved with it. Yeah, and like I said, like, it's not... I guess it's not necessary for you to bring up in the video, but it definitely would have been another good point to bring up, because literally, if you want to bitch about Bethesda games not being good, like, Morrowind literally saved the fucking company, so you cannot argue that. God damn. Yo, what's up, Gravity? I appreciate you stopping by, homeboy. How you doing tonight, my mans? We're getting through some Dane Bramage that we're almost finished up with, thank fuck. Just a little bit longer to push. But yeah, how you doing tonight, Daddy Grav? I appreciate you. Aside from my personal opinion, the sales numbers for the Bethesda games certainly speak for themselves. Yeah, the games sell like hotcakes to boot, guys. Like, the games literally... They fly off the shelves, so to speak. Like, they are definitely popular games that sell shit tons of copies, pretty much just by brand recognition alone. Because that's how big Bethesda is. That's, like, they have a big cult following.
Quantum TV hype that clout that I got makes me no smile.
Ready to off myself, you know, homeboy, you can... At the very least, you gotta finish this video with us before you off yourself. This is the peak suicidal Dame Bramage. Goddamn. I don't know if you remember, but Frit and Mischief tried painting my video as it hit peace. Yeah. No, I didn't see that whole stream, if you're talking about the stream that you were in with Frit and Josh and shit as well, but, like, yeah, I remember you talking about that, Nier. It was fucking hilarious.
bugs that should have never existed at launch. Although if we're being real here, they never ever fix all the bugs in their games, and they remain buggy for years upon years, if not their entire lifespan.
Okay. So with that in consideration, the Bethesda games remain buggy for years and years, if not their entire lifetime. I will go back to my examples, the Lost Skyrim and Fallout 4, especially because they're within the last decade-ish, like Mischief wants to bring up. Both of those games, despite still having their bugs today, are playable, vanilla, out of the box, right after purchase and install on your computer or whatever the fuck. No mods required. They run fine. So despite your point there, Mischief, it's almost like Bethesda games still offer something, despite the few bugs in them. Offer something that's probably hundreds, if not thousands of hours worth your time. Because you can genuinely get lost in those giant open worlds despite the few bugs, and the games still run without the mods. So what the fuck do you mean they've been broken beyond launch for years and decades, whatever the fuck? Yeah, they've had bugs. They're still playable. They're not game-breaking, destructive bugs. Like, this is such a stupid, null point. It's pretty much telling me you don't know anything about Bethesda games without saying it. I'm just waiting for Mischief to fall off harder than my Fetty one. Fuck me. That's actually hilarious. That will make all of my commentary videos hit pieces by that logic. Mischief ain't the only one I went harsh on, laugh my ass off. That's fair. To be fair, Nier, I do think most of your videos are actually pretty decent. I mean, I guess more recently. You know, I know we've gone back and chat talked some of your older ones, but a lot of the more recent ones, especially like Mayo and One Boom, I loved all of them.
That is true.
I mean, dude, games like Morrowind are old at this point, so it's no wonder that they don't get modern-day patches. But to say that Bethesda's never tried fixing bugs is disingenuous at best.
No, that is true, because Skyrim on Nintendo Switch, which was released in, like, what, 2017, had all the bugs from Skyrim in 2011.
It used the Skyrim Special Edition, which didn't that come out before it was even on the Switch? I don't know what the fuck you expected. Like, the game... Oh my god. And they did actually fix bugs in Skyrim, by the way. You know, I'm not sure how much this guy wants to remember that, but they did. There were patches, from what I remember.
It had all the bugs. They didn't patch any of the bugs.
Okay, Source? Stark? Source? If you're gonna throw that out there, please source.
Modders had fixed. They literally could have just borrowed the crap that modders had done to fix the bugs, but
I'm not sure that would work on the Switch necessarily, because, I mean, maybe. I don't fucking know. Possibly.
this is Bethesda we're talking about. Lazy.
Considering that they have done several patches to games like Skyrim and Fallout 4 when they launched, and while these
Well, Fallout 76 is an online game, so that doesn't... I'm not going to include that. Fallout 4 is still buggy. Skyrim has still got the bugs from 2011.
And despite that, the games aren't game-breakingly buggy like 76 is. They are more than passable. They are fun. They are decent games. Like, I'd label them probably like a 7.5 out of 10. Higher with mods, but base vanilla, like 7.5 out of 10. They're good experiences. Mischief is still coping and seething about how my Discord server allows a bunch of edgy shit. Let him seethe. What's he gonna do? Exactly. What is he gonna do? Bitch about it on a YouTube video or on Twitter? Like, fuck. I don't give a shit what Mischief thinks at this point. I try to stay neutral with this shit, but like, goddamn, if he's gonna do dumb shit like this, I'm gonna call him out for it.
So, GG unlucky. You played yourself there, Brother
games
Noir.
aren't entirely fixed,
Brother Noir. Brother Noir.
well, that's why mods are there. Not the best solution.
The whole mods. I swear, this man's entire defense of Bethesda's mods exist.
And I will continue to bring up every time you get pissed off about the mods that your favorite game out of all of them is Fallout New Vegas, which is the one you arguably need the most mods to play out of the fucking box.
Well, there you go. Every guy, Bethesda Bethesda doesn't even need to make the game. The modders can just make the
But a
game.
solution regardless.
I mean, Jesus Christ, it took Bethesda roughly
They kind of already do.
a decade to fix game-breaking issues in regards to Fallout 3.
Jesus
being
Christ.
completely
Mischief clearly struggles with being in the spotlight. His ego is awful, and he fails to see that all his subs are shout-out subs, not earned. Yeah, and it's really a detriment in the long run. It kind of sucks, if we're being honest. Like, I mean, I guess, you know, if it's going to happen to anybody, let it happen to him, because if he's going to be a dickbag with his clout, fuck it, whatever, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a shit situation for him to be in. It's all pity subs, and the fact that he can't handle, like, you're not wrong, he can't handle the clout. He hasn't been able to, in my opinion. Be right back? Alright, Bubby. No worries. I'll still be here when you get back. Hopefully. I mean, we're going to be going for a little while longer. After Actman's shoutout, I was subbed to Mischief for like a few days, but then I actually watched one of his videos. I was subbed to Mischief back when he was at like 400 subs, and back then he went by the name I'm Also Alex. And, I mean, I've been subbed to him since, but I don't really watch a lot of his shit anymore, and since the floodgates have opened and I've learned more about him, my opinions on him have definitely changed.
unplayable on Steam because the game-breaking issues.
Wait, because they're working on other titles? What's that an excuse? That's not an excuse. Just put like 10 guys on it or something. You're a studio.
The studio's totally gonna prioritize fixing bugs for like a 10-year-old game when they're trying to make new games all the time, and they've got like a bunch of different studios to manage. Like, okay, Stark.
Of how many people? That is not a defense that they're working on other titles. That is a pathetic defense. That is
the
pathetic.
community.
Okay, Stark. I'm glad you can dictate how the company runs and manages their games like that. What the fuck?
Had to fix for them via incredibly
God.
difficult workarounds that were never guaranteed to work until they decided a decade later to fix it. And the most egregious part is that they fixed
You.
And he's really
simple as Windows Live from the PC version.
Yep, that sounds like Bethesda, all right. It's almost like that's what James was trying to tell you.
and he's really salty at this point. Mischief is very upset that people are calling him out and disagreeing with him. He goes,
Yeah,
if the guy's
sure.
proven anything here, it's that I'm not the one with a problem when it comes to criticizing games.
That isn't me being salty, that's me being my typical asshole self.
What's the difference?
I mean, there really isn't
You
one.
burned him with that.
The part is,
Oh,
the game
man.
literally isn't even out. He's saying all this stuff and the game isn't even out. He has no idea how it's going to play.
The funny thing about this argument that fanboys always love to use to defend their favorite companies before their games come out is that it directly applies to them as well. And because of that tunnel vision, they never notice it.
That is straight up projection. Your tunnel
That is ironic. Well, the game hasn't come out, but also the game looks fantastic.
vision has been showing throughout this entire video, considering how much you've been strawmanning people's points.
And it forms some of the most
The
hilarious
fuck?
arguments possible.
Like, part of what Stark tries to say doesn't even make sense to me, because it's like he doesn't even understand the context of what he's shit-talking. And so it just comes off really retarded. So what the fuck?
because in their own logic, they can't defend Starfield since they've never played it. If you don't think that from a gameplay review you can't have any idea how a game is going to play, you truly have no idea what you're talking about. A gameplay review is literally intended to show you how a game is going to play.
Yeah, to a degree, but you're not going to know everything about it by just looking at a showcase, which
Well, neither will you, so how can you say the game's going to be good?
was exactly the wall's point here. So if
That was what Nier was trying to say, was that we don't know. We're not trying. That's what their point was. That's what the wall's point was too. In his entire video. And only now, Stark, are you going to criticize that, but towards us, not Mischief. Okay, thank you, Stark. Guys, I'm ready to do. Anybody got a gun? Anybody have a gun? Fuck.
anything, you're the one that's making assumptions.
What? That is the worst try and flip card I've ever seen in my life.
I hope I love the
Imagine failing at verbalizing the Uno reverse meme.
comments these fanboys have posted on my video. Man, am I tired of this fucking 76 hate train joke bullshit that never ends. Bethesda is literally one of the greatest videos of all time.
The main studio
The
just
main
made
studio
it.
did not make 76 for God's sake.
Okay,
Their main studio didn't make 76, by the way. Wait, you have a gun? What? No, I don't have a gun. I was asking if anybody else had a gun. I was asking if anybody else had a gun I could borrow.
I'll give you that one. He seems to be a bit of a fanboy, but I want to see how you respond to it since he's not entirely wrong.
Not once did I ever expect to hear someone refer to the Fallout 76 quote-unquote hate train as joke bullshit. I don't think it's even remotely funny that tons of people got scammed out of their money because Bethesda chose to lie to their customers and release a complete
Even though they also had a beta for people to test the game, so it's a lot less egregious than something like No Man's Sky where they didn't have a beta and they did lie. I don't know, because 76 actually had a beta where you could see how fucked up it was beforehand and choose not to buy it. That's a lot less scummy in my opinion, but okay, whatever, Mischief.
unfinished product.
Again, the exact same thing happened to No Man's Sky, and yet you're going to use that
Because No Man's Sky is actually
game
good
as an
now.
example to set up.
Also, you could get
No Man's Sky being good now is not an excuse for people being scammed out of their money for being lied to at release, you fucking Neanderthal. That is their entire point, and the game being good now, just like 76 being patched now, is not an excuse to that.
refunds for that game, so
Expectations for Starfield.
That was
no, because No Man's Sky now is a benchmark for Starfield.
But it wasn't then. Okay, it's not a benchmark for Starfield. I disagree with that. I don't think it's a benchmark for Starfield regardless, but it wasn't good then either, and the point still stands that people still got scammed and gypped out of their money. In fact, more so with No Man's Sky, because like I said, 76 actually had a fucking beta. So if anything, you guys should be more mad at No Man's Sky than you are 76 in this situation, and that's what you're being called out for. The hypocrisy, the double standard.
Bro, context is important. We're not
Yes,
in
it fucking is. And I'm sitting here giving you all the context you need to not be a brainlet.
2016 anymore. This isn't Starfield at launch versus No Man's Sky at launch. This is No Man's Sky 6 years later versus Starfield day one. GG unlucky there. Actually, 7 years.
And though, what does that have to do with the original argument? Like, Starfield's going to be a different game regardless, and good. Well, I mean, I can't say it's going to be good. I hope it's good. But it's trying to be a different game that could still be good apart from No Man's Sky, is what I meant to say. So, this is kind of like a nothing point.
It's quite literally unplayable when it came out. Everybody's reaction to Fallout 76 was more than reasonable, and the hesitation to promote Starfield as this glorious next-generation game is more than understandable, considering just how terrible Bethesda's track record has been for the past decade or so.
Years. Which one of these games in terms of game design is objectively bad? The only one I can agree on is Fallout 76, but that's one game out of several. And besides, the very thing you're criticizing
Straw manning.
Fallout 76 for
How is that straw man? He literally brought up the one bad fucking game, you moron! How the fuck is that straw manning? Pray tell, how in the flying piss is that straw manning when he literally brings up the one argument that you guys actually have? You fucking idiot.
the exact same thing has happened to No Man's Sky.
The fact that people are offended at me simply telling people to not pre-order the game and wait until review.
No, it's not. Like I said, Fallout 76, in my opinion, is still not a good game. Okay, it's not
Regardless of your opinion on the game, that's not what Nier is saying, you fucking brainlet.
bad, like terrible, but it's still not good. Like it's
That's what Nier was trying to... It's what they were trying to say. Thank you, Stark. every point goes over your head.
Okay, I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. I mean, if you want to play it, just buy Game Pass and try it out for a weekend.
There's an even better reason. Oh my god. Yeah, you could do that too. Oh my god. You could probably do that with Starfield. So it's even better. The rage here is even less warranted.
The exact same thing has
Maybe I'll do it on stream. I'll even do it. I'll play it on stream
happened
for a
to
bit.
No Man's Sky.
The fact that people are offended at me simply telling people to not pre-order the game and wait until reviews come out from trusted individuals
That's
is something
fair.
I'll never fail to be astounded by.
To be fair, Mischief, they never said that they were going to pre-order anyways. Sure, they were being a bit
Yeah, they were never saying not to do that either. You're just assuming because you're claiming they're blind fanboys.
I guarantee you all those guys are pre-ordering day
fanboy by
one.
saying Bethesda is the greatest studio of all time.
Source? Do you know those people, Stark?
But you're kind of making a null point when you bring up pre-orders because that was never mentioned in the dude's comment.
It's like telling someone to avoid a dangerous situation in real life and then them getting offended over it because you merely told them to be cautious. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
Not everybody here's trying to say that they shouldn't wait for those reviews, etc. But go off, Queen.
Clever.
Did you really just nitpick that comment by not acknowledging the fact Fallout 76 was made by Bethesda's B team, which is one of the
It was not. It was my.
It fucking was. It literally, you can go and Google search this shit, you goddamn moron.
It was. They had the most people work on it of any Bethesda. That Todd Howard said that. We shouldn't trust Todd Howard, but that's what Todd Howard said.
We shouldn't trust Todd Howard, but trust him when I say he... trust me when I source Todd Howard, but don't trust anyone else when they source Todd Howard.
I mean, was he lying?
major reasons why Fallout 76 came out the way it did, and top that off with the fact that this is the only time Bethesda has developed a multiplayer game, which is something Bethesda is not exactly experienced with.
That's not an excuse. That's their problem.
I kind of agree, it's not exactly an excuse, but it's an explanation as to why. Because it was handled by a B team, and it's a completely different beast to what they're used to. So, take that with as you will.
They charge $60 for it. That is their fault and their
Come
problem.
on, Mischief, do better.
It's still
You do better, bro.
far from release, dude. Jump from your ego level 2, aren't you?
Demand better, guys. Demand better.
Please, don't be a quantum and give dumb remarks on a game that still has like a year before it comes out.
Did you really just cover up the word retarded? You literally say that shit all the time, so it's kind of funny that you do that, but I'm
Because
assuming
YouTube.
the reason you covered it up is because you
No, we know why, because he's being a bitch for monetization. It's stupid, though. But we're gonna call him out for it, because he's done it, he's said the word before.
Me telling people to be
That's a nothing point too, Brother Noir, because that's what we're all on YouTube for, to make
cautious
money.
about a game because what Bethesda showed us was
I'm not making money, I'm just shit-talking.
very, very, very highly scripted.
This might sound crazy to you, Mischief, but every single trailer for Bethesda games, or just games in general, have been entirely scripted. So what the fuck is your point? Despite the fact these trailers have been scripted, they lived up to the hype, which is why, again, Bethesda has a following. Also, you do realize that this makes your No Man's Sky comparison all the more ironic, right? Because not only was No Man's Sky Showcase heavily scripted, but it was also completely fabricated.
And still
But again, he's No Man's Sky now. This video's.
What about the game now has to do with the points that they are making, because we're talking about if you're gonna straw man one, you can't just cherry pick one and not the other is the point here. You're gonna talk about No Man's Sky now and then say Fallout 76 now still bad, but it's like that's also subjective, so it's just it comes off as a nothing point to me when you're gonna bitch like that.
Sucks. Honestly. That 0 out of 10. This is an hour-long response that is 0 out of 10. This
Is an hour and 22 minutes. That's a negative 10 out of 10 that wastes my fucking brain cells.
honestly one of the worst
roughly
responses.
what they showed.
And you know what? The thing is, he actually has some good points to make about Mischief. You could argue being slightly contradictory to himself. The thing is he nullifies all those W's with massive L's because essentially he takes everything that Mischief says out of context.
Source that, please? Where did he take Mischief out of context? He's elaborated on context that Mischief left out. In fact, he's done more than that. There's been plenty of context in this video. I'm sorry you sped it up by 75% and missed fucking most of it. That's on you, bud. That's your dipshit ass fault.
In the sense that, well, Mischief opinion bad because he got upset on Twitter.
If that's the sentiment you took out of this video, Stark, it's no wonder your video turned out as bad as it did.
Mischief
And
bad.
it's completely misleading the majority of customers as to what Starfield is going to be via heavily manipulating their gameplay to
my
look like a No
gosh.
Man's Sky trailer.
Or because he doesn't like Starfield. Oh my god.
This hyperfixation on comparing Starfield to No
It
Man's Sky.
wasn't about him not liking Starfield. It was about him painting people as fanboys and being a disingenuous asshole and taking things out of context and leaving parts of what people say out to make him look better.
and conflating it as if the trailer was manipulated into making you think it's a No Man's Sky clone is utterly pathetic. Like, at this point, you're just becoming a conspiracy theorist, which is ironic
Conspiracy.
considering how you tried criticizing.
I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record at this point, guys, but it's just, what else am I supposed to say to this point? We're almost done.
The wall for making a bunch of assumptions about you.
Is totally comparable to Quantum TV telling Elden Ring fans to kill themselves and the numerous homophobic and racist things he said.
What is with you and strawmanning? He's not comparing you to Quantum because of how he's said racist and homophobic things, or told Elden Ring players to commit game end. What he's trying to say is that you're pulling a Quantum because you're taking things out of proportion because people are disagreeing with your take on one video game. So much so to the point that you lost respect for Teams of Regret and began to demonize.
No. Don't even compare the two. One man.
Why not? That is a fully fair comparison. That is completely just, in my opinion. They're doing the exact same type of behavior. Why can't we compare the two, Stark? Because you don't like how it makes Mischief look? Because it's a completely just comparison, in my opinion.
Man deletes comments, one man responds to people on Twitter and has their Twitter account still. Also, from what I've seen, Mischief doesn't delete tweets, although he may be deleting tweets. Who knows? Maybe he does delete tweets.
Yeah, at least he would know how to delete tweets then. That's one thing you could give him over Quantum.
Mischief, do you delete tweets? Please respond.
him on Twitter and now on YouTube. You are once again putting words in this person's mouth.
And all the things I talked about in my video cannot be fixed in under a year of game development. Things like adding seamless travel would take at least a couple months to do in and of itself, and fixing the UI would probably take around a month in and of itself.
You're being very nitpicky about the game's UI, if I'm being honest.
The UI does look pretty meh, to be honest.
Also, about seamless
That's
travel,
also
did you realize that
subjective and pretty irrelevant to whether or not the game's gonna actually be good.
Starfield is being developed in the creation engine, right? So hypothetically, if they tried putting seamless travel into Starfield, then the game would probably break and become unplayable.
That's their problem. That is Bethesda's fault.
I know that they should start using
No one's saying it's not.
a different engine because
It's just that that's a fact and probably why they wouldn't do it.
the creation engine is outdated, but you can't put seamless travel in Starfield when the creation engine probably can't handle that kind of mechanic.
So that's Bethesda's fault. Good job.
No one's saying it isn't.
Defend Bethesda, though. Bethesda, good. Everyone else
The
bad.
best example using it, there have been multiple cases where
What
the game would
the
outright
fuck
crash on
is
them
going
because
on
of
here?
Oh, hi BT. I'm live streaming.
Already bet.
We're trying to finish the Stark response to Nier.
Alrighty, let's take a look.
Have you seen any of it before?
Not much, to be honest.
Well, we're almost to the end of it, thank fuck.
Alrighty,
Yeah, it's an hour and 22 minutes. I started at the 40-minute mark today because I watched some of this the other day.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let's take a look, shall we now?
Do you want any quick context, or are you good?
Sure. Why not?
Basically, you know the video Mischief made about Starfield fanboys and shit, and Nier responded.
Yeah.
Nier responded to that. This guy made a really shitty response to Nier's video, and he speeds up Nier's video by like 75% and skips parts of it, and it's all live reaction response. So it's like,
Oh my
it's
god.
dog shit. It's just dog shit.
Bruh.
Yeah, that's not me defending Bethesda. That's literally just me stating that. Yeah, I know that the fact that he thinks you're using it as an offense is just hilarious. Like, it all goes over his head.
mod works, mainly because if you use any more mods combined with it, the game would break. So
Release even
Okay,
if
I'm
the game
sorry,
release-
but hearing Nier's voice sped up hurts my soul. I'm so sorry.
It's like, and how the fuck does he keep track of the video? Because he clearly doesn't. Like, most of the shit goes over his head, so it's sped up, like, pretty arbitrarily.
Yeah.
difficulty AI is aggressive.
The
and
fuck was that noise?
Wait, I thought that came from my YouTube tab because I was just about to tune into your stream, but then I saw some other video, started hovering over it a bit, and then I heard that noise right as soon
No,
as it...
that was
Even
this.
that finished games on lowest
Bruh.
difficulty AI is aggressive.
BT, you should have seen my 7-hour stream. I had a mental breakdown responding to this. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
When did we even start to give a crap about stupid opinions? This is mad. Yeah, I don't know. This whole video is madness, but it's almost we're almost through it.
Passively bad in fights, while the higher difficulty combat AI is significantly better.
Wait, this comment you're showing is supposed to be a fanboy? Where's the fanboyism? I don't see any.
No, it absolutely does not stem from that. Bethesda's AI across the board in all of their games.
This is
bad,
such a
more
great
so when
clip.
compared to any other AAA developer. And when you look at the AI in Fallout 76, then look at Starfield's AI, you're going to see a very similar pattern there.
Okay, but you have to admit that clip is pretty funny.
They had to
That clip is
almost
funny.
identical
Yo, I got a shotgun. We can take both of us out, Psycho, at once. Yo, bet. Let's go.
to how Fallout 76
Hey,
AI
include me too.
Yeah, we'll line up and get a collateral.
works, aka in a barely functional degree.
Today
It's
on
almost-
Demolition Ranch, how many people can one shotgun shell go through?
Mythbusters.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Fallout 76's AI is so
Shows that we're
bad,
purely down
and it still
to the
hasn't
fact
been
that Bethesda
fixed.
refuses to ditch their absolutely horrifically bad creation engine, and the supposed upgrade they're doing to it, the managed Starfield, has yet to be showcased, even though we're merely a year away from launch.
So you acknowledge that Starfield is being made in the creation engine, and that's how it's affecting the AI. But at
That's not.
the same time, you want the game to have seamless travel, which
Yes, and guess what? That's not his fault for wanting it. That's Bethesda's fault for using an outdated engine.
It's a bit iffy and debatable. It's like, don't set your
Yeah.
expectations too high when they're still using the creation engine. You can judge them for using the creation engine, but don't expect them to do things that they basically can't do with the creation engine.
Yeah, like, obviously, you know, it's stupid that they're still using the creation engine, but by that point, like, you know,
Don't expect them to do things that they basically just can't do with it.
You're not defending Bethesda the way you think you are, okay? Mischief can demand that thing, okay? And guess what? That's Bethesda's fault that their engine's old and sucks at this point.
No one's saying it's not.
the
Put to
creation engine
pasture.
is probably a bad idea to implement. You gotta love the contradictions this guy makes.
It's not a contradiction, bro. That's a fair
Dumb
request.
video, please do research before making anything, or just remake this
Wreck.
video altogether.
See? Now that's a fanboy. That's the kind of people you should be looking for. Not people like Cheems or Lizzie or Hypersonic Falcon or The Wall.
Yeah, cop
Agreed.
that. No, the wall is.
Yeah.
That was a terrible video from the wall. I just want to point that
Labeling those
out.
people as fanboys.
By the way, BT, what you're like? Did you see the Walls video? Because I don't think it's. that bad.
yeah, I did. I thought it was aight.
Yeah, I think
didn't
it's like.
mind it.
I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's terrible. I think it's just
Yeah,
a fair
like-
video. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Is incredibly disingenuous because they don't make incredibly shitty arguments like this guy does.
Damn, your take was so bad I had to unsubscribe. You keep saying they're desperately trying to look and market Starfield like No Man's Sky. No, they're not. They're marketing their game like all their other legendary single-player RPGs, such as Skyrim,
Such a fanboy comment.
Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Oblivion.
What is that laugh?
I don't know.
See, like, I know I got a pretty weird laugh too, but goddamn.
This guy's whole video is just fucking weird.
But in which it is a feature that is used as a tool or mechanism to help you find out what's not.
The hell?
Just fading out.
Wow, that's a lot of words.
That is a lot of words.
Too bad I'm not reading them.
Okay, man, I get that using your brain can be difficult and your best course of action is to poorly attempt at being funny, but come on now. If you're gonna make
That
an
is
actual argument
funny.
against someone, at least have the balls to read that entire
You know what? I
comment.
will admit it. That shit was a bit funny.
I mean, fair
Like-
enough.
Granted, the argument made against him was correct, but the meme still made me.
Fair enough, I guess.
I don't want to read that entire comment. That entire comment make my
I've literally
brain
done
hurt.
just that when responding to long-ass
Dude,
comments
I've read longer comments than that from Quantum TV's bullshit.
under my name.
Those comments are fucking college dissertations.
I mean, this is why this video is bloody an hour long. At least my video is only gonna be
Pretty
like
funny
an
that I
hour
can
and
do
a
that
half.
better than you.
That's not any better. When you
sped
sped the video up by 75% and skipped another 15%, that does not make you look good.
I think we can all find it absolutely hilarious that this guy forgot to do the one thing he said straight away when commenting. Unsubscribe.
I'll do you one better. That dude should sub to me.
Yeah, ha ha ha. Sub. Unlucky. You're a small YouTuber. I mean,
Yeah, I'm a small boy YouTuber. I'm sad. Sad YouTuber noises, guys.
Small.
Sad YouTuber noises. I know someone called widely successful and beloved games legendary. He must be a fanboy, and the rest of his comment is thereby invalid. I mean, I guess. Even though, I guess by definition, Bethesda kind of does have some legendary games under their belt.
to be fair, Brother Noir, I mean, you
Brother Noir, by the way. Yeah, part like...
Brother Noir.
He only pronounces it right like once at the beginning, and then the rest of the video is Brother
I feel like
Noir.
I feel like he's probably using it to mock him.
Oh no, because we talked to him in VC. I don't think he even like. I think he just fucking forgot. Like I don't understand. It's just,
Oh.
it's fucking hilarious though.
Yeah. It is.
I'm a small YouTuber. At least I get views.
How many subscribers do you have? Can I have some of your subscribers? If you give me
Wow, begging for subs.
300
Please,
Damn.
sir,
subscribers, will be
may I have some more subs?
Damn, bro. Begging you for subs, Nier. God damn.
even. 200 actually.
As shown by the fact that there's still a subscriber icon on his comment. Not that any YouTuber does actually care about a singular person unsubscribing. It doesn't remotely matter, mainly because this isn't an airport and you don't have to announce your departure.
You most certainly felt like doing that in regards to James.
But also I find it hilarious how they say Starfield
Because it was relevant to the video he was making.
That doesn't... Not really, no. Kind of didn't have any relevancy to... when it came to unfollowing him and shit.
Yeah.
isn't like No Man's Sky, because exploration in Starfield is used as a means to explore what Starfield is and what the universe has in store for you. You know, exactly like No Man's Sky's campaign. Like,
Bruh, the
Right,
game
exactly
is
the
not
same
trying to be fucking No Man's Sky.
I know, and this sentiment that it is just... It's fucking stupid. I don't understand it. It's
Yeah,
such
like,
a backwards mentality that just because they have overlapping mechanics, that one's trying to be a clone of the other.
Like, I know it's... You know, I know a lot of people don't like Destiny, but let's say that we were to compare Destiny to, I don't know, Halo, since that's the most common comparison. It just wouldn't work.
I mean, yeah,
Because the
they
only
are...
thing they really have in common is that they're first-person shooters in a science fiction setting.
And in space.
Yeah. And made by Bungie. That's really about it.
Like, there's so much different about those two series, gameplay-wise and lore-wise, and just all of it. There's just... So, yeah, no, I agree. It's just, it's a dumb comparison just because they have overlapping mechanics or, like, gameplay features.
Yeah.
The whole way
Like,
through
if you're gonna compare Starfield to anything, compare it to Fallout 4.
I mean, that's the best comparison so far, because it
Yeah.
seems to just be Fallout 4 in space.
Yeah, effectively.
storyline in No Man's
Can I give
Sky
this a
is through
dislike?
exploring and eventually unlocking the Nexus, discovering the fact that the entire No Man's Sky universe is actually a simulation, through traveling through artifacts, getting your Atlas passes, and the list goes on.
Okay, but like I said earlier, Starfield and No Man's Sky have two entirely different foundations. One of them is an RPG FPS, and the other is a survival adventure game. It just happens to converge in terms of exploration and resource management. I think the guy just poorly constructed his point on that, considering that, yes, you do discover more about the story in both games by exploring, but the point is that Starfield is not trying to be No Man's Sky. Regardless how much your dumbass wants to think like that and make some conspiracy theory bullshit about how they're manipulating the footage to make you think it's a No Man's Sky clone, this is literally
Stark's just getting exacerbated at this point.
It's not No Man's
A
Sky
bit,
clone.
yeah.
It just doesn't look as good as No
just
Man's
Fallout 4
Sky.
space, and we should just leave it at that.
It's also subjective on whether or not it looks as good as No Man's Sky, but personally, I think it's more appealing to me.
Because by comparing this game to No Man's Sky, you're elevating your expectations way too high. Kind of
It's not
okay.
wrong.
This
I mean, yeah, he's not.
is if you're still watching it, anyone watching it an hour and 20, I'm gonna say this. This is a genuine, one of my most, being genuine as hell with this opinion. Okay. You can compare games that have similar gameplay to each other, even if they're from different genres. Okay. Now,
Right.
a horror game should never get compared. A horror game, for example, should never be compared to an action game.
It's okay.
Okay, then. Guess I can't compare GTFO and Left 4 Dead anymore.
I don't.
Fuck you, Aven. I'm sorry.
I don't understand where he's going with this.
However,
Yeah,
when you
like-
have two games.
Like, what the fuck?
Sorry, go on.
No, this doesn't make any sense to me. Damn, my newest video already has more views than it. Well, big ups to you. I gotta get an actual fucking video out. I'm gonna work on the Mayo video tomorrow. I would have been working on it now, but I had to get through this fucking bullshit.
Games which have
First
space
time.
exploration and have very similar mechanics to space exploration, minus a loading screen for loading on the planet, and exploring
Oh no, that loading screen's gonna kill the game, guys. Fuck.
different
I
planets.
mean, if I'm being
and
honest, from what I've seen out of both games, so like I haven't seen a lot of No Man's Sky, so I guess like I'm probably not the best person to ask on it, but from what I've seen out of both games, No Man's Sky has a heavier focus on exploration, whereas Starfield has a bit more focus on like RPG elements in the combat.
I mean, yeah, and it's a Bethesda game. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be their philosophy, like most of the time lately, has been like live another life in another world. So just apply that to Starfield. You're just gonna live another life in space.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure, try comparing Fallout or I'm guessing that's supposed to be Fallout. Try comparing Fallout and Trackmania, or no, Flat Out. I'm guessing that is supposed to be Flat Out then. They're both racing games after all. Okay, yeah. That's supposed to. I just thought you I thought you like auto-corrected Fallout to something else, but I'm guessing not. No Man's Sky is pretty much just Minecraft in space. That's what everybody says. That's what you and Rice say the most as well. I mean, I've not played it, but then again, if I want to play something like Minecraft, I'll just play Minecraft. If I want to play Minecraft in space, I'll get a space mod.
You know, have similar space combat, have similar RPG mechanics. You can 100% compare them. GG unlucky.
Kind of like what James tried to tell you, but instead you
Okay,
strawmanned his point
fair enough, Stark. We can compare them for those two things alone.
by saying that all he was telling you was to bend over and
I swear, this man loves the word straw
brought it.
man. Which this entire video is an hour of straw man.
You know what? I'm done with this video. It's really
This entire video was an hour of straw manning. You hear that, Nier? Your video was an hour of straw manning. How dare you do nothing but straw man every single thing that Mischief ever says. Fuck you, Nier.
Ironic.
really bad. For the remainder of the video, he just talks about Iraq X, which I'm not even going to bother going through because I have too much brain damage. So hope.
This video is giving me brain damage. This is an hour and 20
I agree, Stark. Your video did give me Dame damage.
minute video. I mean, I feel bad. I feel like I just simped for Mischief. The thing is that all from because he said the game was rough, and then I just can't. I just really can't. This is amazing. I rate this video 0 out of 10. It was an hour long.
I rate your video a -10 out of 10. Get wrecked, nerd.
Not gonna comment
Take
on
that,
the
liberal.
life. It's more the
Get wrecked, libtard.
fact that I'm a
I don't even know why I like calling people liberal. It's just
I
funny.
don't either. I do too, though. I'm like, I love saying get wrecked, libtard, but it applies not at all to the context.
Yeah. Like, it's just funny.
It
That's all that can really be said about it.
It is. It's just funny.
If you disagree, you're wrong because it's my opinion and everything I say is fact.
Flat Out Derby is a racer with destructible environment. Just to clear up. Yeah, okay. I just thought it was an autocorrect to Fallout at first. That's all. Yeah, never mind the fact Stark threw around the word strawmanning all willy-nilly without using it properly. I mean, yeah, the entire that one usage of it where it's just like, guess what? Strawmanning. And that's just his entire argument for that whole point you made. It was bad, dude.
I mean, each to their own. I mean, if you even make it to this point in the video, claps for you. Please leave a dislike, a like, all that good stuff.
Oh, I'll gladly leave a dislike.
Brother Nier, don't respond, please. I don't want you to make a 2-hour video about my response to your response.
No, he made a 7-hour stream instead.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself, Nier? Why? I'm sorry. Forget about the video you were responding to. Why would you ever stream for 7 hours straight?
Yeah, a 7-hour stream. Okay, I have to check real quick. How long have I been going for?
7 hours.
No, I've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes though. So my other stream was 3.5 hours. So I didn't quite get to the 7-hour mark. But I got to what would that be? Maybe 3.5, that'd be fine. So I got to almost 6 hours. I streamed Stark for almost 6 hours Nier. It's almost as bad. I encourage BT to watch my stream from a few days ago, Laugh Mouth. I do too.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you don't get through the
check
whole
it out.
thing, I do too. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is there any fucking palate cleanser I can think of? Anything I can fucking think of to watch for a minute? Like, fuck.
Funny you'd mention that, because I remember one of the people in my server sent a bunch of videos that I could watch if I ever chose to stream on YouTube again and like react to videos and shit. So I could toss you some of those if you want.
I mean, you can toss them to me. I'll have. I can see. I just was thinking maybe if I could find like a 5-minute fucking, or like not even something.
Oh dang!
Something quick that I could just palate cleanse with.
Let me check this one right here. How long is?
Uh,
Oh, never mind. It's by the Tabernacle. That's gonna be a long ass one, most likely.
Nier said he'll DM the shit to you, or his stream to you. I'm guessing.
Thanks,
Oh
Nier.
fuck. Oh fuck! I can't think of anything.
Me.
Actually, yes, I can. I can think of something. We can
Okay,
do.
I found one which is like 11 minutes, but it's about turning red, so I don't know jack shit about turning red.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Apparently, it's like a
So, yeah, I
movie
guess I'm just-
about. It's like a coming of age movie or some shit. I don't know.
Stu gets DDoSed. It's under 2 minutes. Perfect. Let's watch this.
Alright, give me a sec. Let me just tune back into your stream. Wait a sec, is that Stu?
Yes, it's Stu gets
It's
DDoSed.
oh no! I
We're
thought
gonna-
you said dude gets DDoS, and I was just like, wait a minute.
No, I'm gonna watch this as a palate cleanser.
Alrighty, bet Stu cures. Stu takes away the depression.
He does.
Hello?
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 Is he satirical, by the way?
I'm 99% sure that it's like satire shit. Yeah, like it's like the whole channel, like him and the other guy that did the channel were like it was some kind of like comedy thing that they did. I guess it's hard to describe.
Were you actually DDoS?
Interesting.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Working?
No, it's not.
We got back. That bitch DDoSed me.
Oh no!
I just love
Oh,
the plate of
no.
like bones back here on the bed. That's beautiful.
Give me some,
I didn't even notice that until now.
This
But
is your
damn.
damn fault. Who added her? Who added her? It was Alejandro. No? No?
Poor Stu, man.
Guys, I told you don't add
He's
her.
going through the
What did you
emotions
do?
right now.
What did you do?
What did you
added her.
do?
That's photoshopped. Dude, Storm, I'm disappointed. You don't know how to deal with damn DDoSer.
With the damn DDoSer.
Hey.
Strike one.
Strike one, they're probably gonna send damn pizzas to my house.
Yeah.
That's not how DDoSing works.
What? You're getting free pizza.
Anyone can have it.
And then I'm gonna have to tell them, no, I don't want a damn pizza. And they're gonna say, come on, man, I wasted my damn time.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to give them a tip, because they're forced you to give them tips.
It's okay, if they give you a pizza, I'm going down with.
What the fuck is this video?
Find a good pizza.
Poor Stu.
That one guy's based. I wouldn't mind getting a pizza. Just listen.
I wouldn't mind a good pizza.
I wouldn't mind a good pizza.
They're gonna know
Me
when they
neither,
give you,
bud,
like,
me neither.
nasty pizzas with, like,
They're gonna send me
They're
What
gonna know
nas-
They give you like nasty pizzas. With pickles on it.
like with pineapples and shit.
See, like, I'd probably react the same as Stu if I'm being honest, but like, this shit's funny.
It is like holy. Fuck.
I feel bad that I'm laughing a bit
No, I
because
don't.
like
I
This is funny.
freaking hate
Yeah,
pineapples.
Should I ban
because like I could already tell I wouldn't handle it much better than him.
That was a beautiful palate cleanser. All right.
That was great.
Okay. Well, we got through the Stark response, and I had something to at least laugh at the end that was wholesome. So I think with that, I am going to call the stream there, though, guys. It was oh god, wrong thing. It was a good one though. We finally got through the fucking Stark response. Like fuck, we never have to return to that again. Nier, I don't know how you did that for 7 hours straight.
Oh, hey, James.
Oh, what's up, Keems? I was just about to end the stream, homeboy.
I just got off the treadmills in the shower.
Nah, that's all good. I was just about to end the stream,
Yeah,
though,
it's
so, yeah.
Oh well.
Still, though, thanks
He's
for
been
coming on,
good.
everybody. Thanks for popping in. And, you know, come back for more therapy and all that dumb shit. Anyways, peace out, guys.
See you later, Psychos chat.
Have a good one, y'all.